hello. Come right in. Oh, George, we've got company.
Now meet the people who live in the Burns house. George and Gracie. Here they are. Well, George and Gracie have just returned home from a tour of the Army camps where they entertained the boys during their 8-week summer vacation.
Home again.
Yes, but wasn't it fun entertaining the soldiers, dear?
Yeah. Our trip would have been perfect if it hadn't been for one little thing.
What was that, dear?
Well, I never got to sing Ain't Misbehavin'. You know, we kind of built up to the climax of our act, the smash finish, my song, and as soon as I started singing, something would happen.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'd get right to my favorite part. You know, where I'd sing, like Jackie Horner in the corner, don't go nowhere, and I don't care. That's where it happened.
Yeah, somebody always yelled dismissed, or somebody always blew a bugle.
Yeah. In one camp, they even fired a gun.
Yeah. I know, and it barely missed you.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Huh?
And, dear, you have such a lovely voice, too.
You really think so?
Well, of course. I wish you'd sing for me right now, George.
Oh, gee, sweetheart. It's just the two of us here. I feel kind of foolish.
Oh, please. Mama wants to hear her talented little songbird.
Oh, Gracie,
Oh, come on. Oh, you know that part that you sing so well? The part that they always interrupt.
Well, okay, I'll give you a little thrill. Like Jackie Horner in the corner, don't go nowhere, and I don't care. Always in the same place. See who's at the door, Gracie.
All right, dear. Well, hello, Mr. Postman.
Welcome home, Mrs. Burns. I'm so happy to see you again.
Oh, and it's nice to see you. Did you have a pleasant summer?
Superb, Mrs. Burns. I entered a contest at the beach to choose the most perfect specimen of manhood. Naturally, I won.
Oh, naturally.
Yes. I am now Mr. Seaside Lagoon of 1943.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
So am I. Well, I just dropped by to say hello. I'd better get along and deliver this fan mail.
You certainly have a lot of it.
Yes, and it's all for Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra? He sings, doesn't he?
Yes. He and painted-on stockings are all the vogue now.
You see, I've never heard Frank Sinatra sing.
Well, I sing just like him. I'll show you how I sound. This is just like Frank Sinatra sound.
Oh, that's how he sounds?
Exactly, Mrs. Burns.
Well, thanks for your welcome, and goodbye, Mr. Postman.
Goodbye, Mrs. Burns. And remember, keep smiling.
Who was that, dear?
Oh, just the postman.
Oh, any mail for us?
No, none for us, but he had about 10,000 letters for this Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra?
Mm-hmm.
He sings, doesn't he?
Yep, but not as well as you, George.
Oh, no, Gracie.
Oh, I mean it. Why should all the women be absolutely crazy about Frank Sinatra and feel about you, well, the way they do? Answer me, why?
Well...
No, I thought of that.
But I meant something else.
Oh, come in. Gracie, darling. Why, Tootsie Sagwell. Oh, you haven't changed a bit.
Gracie, is that a nice thing to say to her?
Do you mind if I sit down? I'm so excited I can hardly talk.
Why, Tootsie?
I just got the thrill of my life. I took a taxi over here, and who do you think got out of it before I got in? Frank Sinatra.
Him again.
Oh, the taxi ride over here cost me $4.80.
$4.80? Why, you only live 5 blocks from here.
Well, I know, but do you think I'd get out of that cab until the seat cooled off?
I see, Tootsie. In other words, you didn't want to lose touch with Sinatra, huh?
Of course not.
Oh, she likes it.
Oh, isn't that awful? Tootsie, what do you see in the man anyhow?
What do I see in him? Oh, Gracie, when he sings all or nothing at all never enters my mind.
And just to think that my husband has 3 times the talent Frank Sinatra has.
Who has?
George, that's who. And he has 10 times Frank Sinatra's sex appeal.
For what sex?
All right, you'll see. I'm going to do something about this.
Well, hiya, people. Welcome home.
Oh, Bill Goodwin, hello.
Hello, Bill. Good to see you.
George?
Tootsie, aren't you going to say hello to your dream man?
No, Bill.
Why, Tootsie.
Oh, I get it. Bill, she's in love with Frank Sinatra now.
Yes, I'm sorry, Bill, but I guess you and I have...
Oh, well, that's all right, Tootsie. Personally, I the first time I saw you.
Oh, you're just jealous of Frankie. You just ought to see the crowd of women outside of his house when he sings in the shower.
Oh, now.
Frankie, that's all I hear. And it's so unfair when George is a much better singer.
Ain't misbehaving.
Oh, stop. Are you two kidding? Why, Frank Sinatra sang in the bowl a couple of Saturdays ago.
That's nothing. George sang in the tub.
Well, I give up.
Oh, I'm going over to see this Frank Sinatra. I'm going to tell him that from now on, my husband will be the one whose autograph they'll fight to get. My husband will be the one whose clothes they'll tear off.
Oh, please, Gracie.
Oh, please, nothing. I won't rest, George, until the whole world finds out that you wear pink shorts.
Oh.
Well, Gracie is just arriving at Frank Sinatra's house to tell him that he'll soon be out of a job, that her husband, George Burns, is going to replace him as the nation's swooner crooner.
Hello, I'd like to see Frank Sinatra.
I'm Frank Sinatra.
Oh, my goodness. Are you Frank Sinatra?
Well, yes. Won't you come in?
Well, no, thank you. You see, I have some bad news to tell you, but now that I see you, I haven't got the heart.
Why not?
Well, you poor boy, you look so hungry.
Really, I'm not hungry, Miss Allen.
Oh, you recognize me.
Well, sure, although I didn't at first. I thought you were a high school kid after my autograph.
Oh, you mean one of those teenage girls?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Of course, some people have the mistaken idea that I'm older than that. My mother and father, for instance.
What do they know about
Yeah,
that?
that's what I say.
Well, what is it that you wanted to tell me?
Well, I kind of hate to say it now after you've been such an adorable liar.
Oh, that's all right. What's this bad news?
Well, you see, I'm married to George Burns.
Oh. That is bad. No, I think I know how you feel.
You know how I feel?
Yes, you see, for a long time, I didn't get much of my salary either.
Oh, but I'm afraid you don't understand, Mr. Sinatra. The bad news is for you.
For me?
Yes. Your career is over.
What?
My husband sings.
Well?
Well, there's only room for one swooner crooner, Frank Sinatra or George Burns, so naturally you've got to go.
Well, maybe there's room for both your husband and me in the singing business.
Oh, no. I'm afraid not, Frankie. You see, you're both the same type. I can tell because you both have the same effect on people.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, when you sing, women swoon.
Does that happen when George sings?
Well, even men faint.
Yes. I've heard your husband sing, and I can believe that.
Oh, sure. Well, I guess that's all I have to say, Frankie. Goodbye, And, be sure to tune in Saturday night and listen to the hit parade starring George Burns.
Just a moment, Mrs. Burns. I don't claim to be a great singer, but I do know that I'm better than George Burns.
Are you out of your mind?
No, I mean it.
Well, there's only one thing to do then. We'll have a contest and embarrass you publicly.
Oh, now, Mrs. Burns, a contest?
Oh, afraid, huh?
Well, no. As a matter of fact, I'll be broadcasting at CBS this afternoon, so you bring your husband over and we'll let the audience decide.
Mm-hmm. You're awfully game, you foolish boy.
Oh, just one thing, Mrs. Burns. You know, of course, that the audience is going to be full of young girls.
Oh, naturally. What of it?
Oh, nothing, but if you want George Burns to win, I think you'd better mix some slow crows in with the slick chicks.
So that's what Sinatra said, huh? Slow crows,
Mm-hmm. And he said to meet him here at CBS, and you two could let the audience decide between you.
Slow crows, huh?
Mm-hmm.
He certainly has a lot of cheek.
Oh, no, George, they're hollow. But it's very becoming.
I suppose I won't get over with the girls because I haven't got hollow cheeks.
Well, you can always open your shirt and show them your chest.
Thanks, kid.
Oh, and another thing about Frankie. He's got a lock of hair that falls across his forehead. It makes him look like a cute little boy.
Oh. Maybe that's why the girls go for him. He brings out the mother in them.
Oh, maybe. But when he sings, they put her away and bring out something younger.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'll sing rings around him.
Here I am, Gracie. Where is he?
What's she doing here?
Oh, I promised Sister that I'd introduce her to Mr. Sinatra.
Gracie, there he is, coming in the door.
Oh, over here, Mr. Sinatra.
Hello. Are you ready for the contest?
Well, we certainly are. Oh, I want you to meet my husband, Mr. Burns.
How do you do, sir?
Don't shake hands with me. He's George Burns.
Oh, pardon me.
I'm Tootsie Sagwell, Frankie, and I'm one of your most devoted admirers. I buy 50 copies of every record you make.
50 copies of the same record?
Uh-huh.
Well, you see, she sleeps with them and they break.
Now I've heard everything.
Frankie, on one of your programs, would you sing a song just for me? A song that'll tell me how it feels to have a man sweep me into his arms and kiss me and kiss me.
Okay. How about You'll Never Know?
Oh, you're adorable.
Oh, now, Tootsie, stop hanging on Mr. Sinatra. Oh, you poor boy. You really should eat more. Now, look, just take a look at George. He eats the breakfast of champions.
Looks like the champions didn't leave him much today.
Now, just a minute,
Oh,
son.
now, look, you two boys go into the studio and rehearse. I'll join you in a minute. Come on, Tootsie.
Goodbye, Frankie.
So you're George Burns, eh?
Yeah. Ain't misbehaving all by myself. Do you think the kids will dig my voice?
You should be able to. There's plenty of gravel in it.
Okay, Bowtie. Where do we hold this contest?
Right in here, Studio A.
Okay, let's get started.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Burns. You rehearse first.
No, take it, kid. I don't need a rehearsal.
Man, you frighten me. Okay, Felix, let's run through my number, please.
Oh, George, I heard all that applause outside. You killed them. They loved you, huh?
Ah, that was for Sinatra. You know, when he hits certain notes, all the girls go, oh.
They go, what?
Oh. And not only that, but they answer him when he sings.
Oh, I see.
Say, you ready to start the contest, George?
Sure, Bill, go ahead.
Okay, Felix. Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness radio history. A singing contest between Frank Sinatra, who is adored by millions, and George Burns, who is loved by his wife. And now here is the first contestant, George Sugarthroat Burns.
Hey, Felix, wait a minute. I don't need all that orchestra.
Atta boy, George. Show him up.
Yes. I'll sing the same number and just give me a Just a piano player.
Yeah, and have him play with only one hand.
Okay. Okay, Felix, let's go. I'm not much to look at. Nothing to see.
You said it.
Now, you keep quiet, miss. Now, I'll do the reactions to my husband's song.
Just glad to be living and lucky to be.
You said it, George.
But I've got a woman crazy for me. She's funny that way.
Oh.
What was that?
Go on, sing. Sing, I'm reacting.
I ain't got $1. I'm not worth a cent.
You said it, George.
But she doesn't holler. She'd live in a tent. I got a woman crazy for me. She's funny that way.
Oh,
what is that? Come on, Felix, give me all you've got. Why should I leave her? Why should I go? She'd be unhappy without me, I know. I got a woman crazy for me. She's funny that way.
Well, Mr. Sinatra, after hearing that, I suppose you'd like to call the contest off?
No, Mrs. Burns. Call me a fool if you like, but I think I have a fighting chance.
Well, all right, if you insist. Because I've never heard you sing. But can a sparrow compete with a nightingale?
Well, at least I'll try. Well, Mrs. Burns, do you still think your husband is the better singer? Mrs. Burns.
What did you say, Frankie?
I said, do you still think your husband is the better singer?
Your husband? What husband, Frankie?
Gracie, he wants to know if I'm better than he is.
George Burns, take me home, and don't you ever open your mouth again. George.
Don't speak to me.
Are you mad?
Darn right I am.
Oh, now that's silly. Frank Sinatra means nothing to me.
Really?
Really. The very idea of grown women acting like schoolgirls just because of him.
Well, I certainly... Gracie, what are you doing?
Putting on my bobby sock. Well, hello. Come right in. Oh, George, we've got company.
Now meet the people who live in the Burns house. George and Gracie. Here they are. Now it's morning at the Burns house, and Gracie is just coming downstairs. George is in the living room reading the morning paper, his feet comfortably perched on an antique rosewood coffee table.
Good morning, dear.
Well, good morning, sir. George Burns.
Huh?
Get your great big feet off that table.
Okay.
That's better. My mother gave me that table, and when you put your feet on it, it's just like putting your feet on my mother.
It is?
It's certain. George Burns, get your feet off that table.
I'm sorry.
Well, you should be. Who has to polish this furniture every day? Who scrubs it and rubs it and wipes it?
Well,
what if you do? Keep your big feet off it.
yes, dear.
The idea of a grown man putting his feet on the table.
Yes, dear.
Dressing that beautiful table. That's what I get for letting you keep your number 18 stamp.
Yes, dear.
You and your big feet.
Gracie, will you answer the door?
All right. Sometimes I wish I was single again. Single women never have any trouble with their husbands.
Good morning, Mrs. Burns.
Oh, hello. Hello, Mr. Postman.
Is something wrong, Mrs. Burns? You appear upset.
Mr. Postman, do you ever sit around the house with your feet on a table?
Oh, my goodness, no. Mine are always in a tub of hot Epsom salt.
Oh, my. I'm not sure I'd like that either.
My wife gave me a beautiful tub for my last birthday. It's even got my initials on it. Of course, I only use that one when we have company.
Yes, naturally. Any mail for us this morning?
Just this magazine, Mrs. Burns. There's a wonderful article in this issue about the shortage of husbands.
About the shortage of husbands?
Yes. It says that there are now 3 women for every man in this country.
3 women for every man? Well, if that's true, there must be 2 other women who want my husband.
I don't think that's very likely.
Isn't that what the article says? 3 women for every man?
Yes. Say, I never thought of it that way. If every man has 3 women, he can... That is... Yahoo!
Oh, this is terrible. I don't want George to go around yahooing.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Oh, and to think I've been fussing at him. Oh, Mr. Postman, I've got to see that my husband doesn't leave me for one of my rivals.
Well, good luck, Mrs. Burns. And remember, come what may, keep smiling.
Oh, George.
Now what?
Put your feet on the table.
Huh?
I said put your feet on the table.
But you just bawled me out because I did.
I know, and I was wrong, dear. Imagine me bawling out the sweetest, kindest, handsomest man in the whole world.
That's me?
Oh, of course it is. I'm mad about you, dear. Well, I wouldn't swap you for Gary Cooper and Paul Henry and Charles Boyer all put together.
Well, that's nice.
Well, what would I have if I put them together? Just a tall, skinny man with 2 accents.
Gracie.
I'm mad about you, dear. Let other people dream about finding a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. Our marriage was my rainbow, and you were the pot I found.
Now, see here.
Oh, please, put your feet on the table. Go on, put them up.
Well, okay, if you insist.
Oh, how beautiful.
What's beautiful?
Your precious little feet.
Gracie.
I'm mad about you.
Yes.
You make me tingle.
Well, you weren't tingling a few minutes ago. You were scared I might scratch the table your mother gave her.
Oh, pooh. My mother's not so much.
What?
Remember what you called her once?
Yeah, I remember.
Well, you can call her that any time you like. You can even call her what she calls you.
Well, I'd rather not.
And what's more, my mother gave us this toaster, didn't she?
That's right.
Well, if you want, you can put your foot on the table and the other foot in the toaster.
Gracie.
I'm mad about it.
I know. Are you by any chance building up to a new hat?
No. All I want is you. The touch of your lips upon my brow. The touch of your feet upon my furniture.
Look, Gracie, you're mad about me.
Oh, even the sound of your voice makes me tingle. But I say something, Green Man, make me tingle.
Oh, nuts. Will you please explain what this is all?
Morning, people. Got a spare cup of coffee for a pal?
Oh, sure, Bill. Sit down.
Say, what's the idea of sitting there with your feet propped up, George?
Oh, that's so I can see them better. Aren't they cute?
Oh, yes. Very, very attractive dog. If you hung a flask of brandy on his ankle, I'd swear they were St. Bernards.
You're very sharp.
George, why don't you take your newspaper into the den? I want to talk to Bill privately.
Okay.
See you later, funny man.
So long, Garbo. What's on your mind, Gracie?
Oh, Bill, I'm terribly worried. There are 2 women who threaten to break up my home.
What? You mean they're after...
Yes. All that a woman holds dear, my most priceless possession.
Oh, shame on them.
Bill, they're after my husband.
Oh. Gee, for a minute you had me worried.
Oh, Bill. How could any woman stoop so low as to steal my George?
Well, now, Gracie.
And to think I was mean to the poor darling. I wouldn't let him put his little feet on the living room table. I wouldn't let him talk about my mother. And last night I wouldn't... Oh, I'm ashamed to say it.
What, Gracie?
I wouldn't let him wash the dishes.
Gracie!
I lost my head. I was a selfish little fool.
But tell me, what about these two women who are after George? Who are they?
I don't know yet. You see, it says in this magazine that there are now 3 women for every man.
Gee, that's going to be tough on Tommy Manville. You'll have to cut down, huh?
Say, I have an idea. I'll pick out George's other 2 women myself.
But, Gracie...
I'll call a matrimonial agency, get their 2 ugliest old maids, and have them flirt with George.
Couldn't happen to a sweeter guy.
Naturally, George will turn them down, and then I'll have him all to myself.
Gosh, you kind of love him, don't you, Gracie?
Oh, Bill, I'd rather be Mrs. George Burns than Mrs. Franklin Roosevelt.
Really?
Sure. You know how I hate to travel.
Well, that magazine article about there being 3 women for every man in the country really scared Gracie. She decided to pick out George's other 2 women herself and thus make sure they were no competition.
Oh, Bill, I called the matrimonial agency, and they're sending over 2 old maids for me to interview.
Oh, a couple of old crows, huh?
Oh, yes. The man at the agency said that these 2 have not even been whistled at by sailors.
Gracie, tell me, why are you doing all this? You won't lose George.
But I can't take a chance, Bill. Not after all the trouble I had getting him.
You had trouble getting George?
Oh, my, yes. I coaxed, I begged, I pleaded. I even got down on my knees.
Oh, and that did it, huh?
Yeah. Mother finally gave in.
Gracie, when do these sick chicks arrive?
Well, they'll be here any minute. Oh, and that reminds me. We better get George out of the house before they get here.
Okay, I'll ask him to leave with me.
Oh, no, Bill. You have to be subtle with George. If he knows we want him to leave, he won't go.
Oh, you have to be subtle, huh?
Yeah. Watch how I handle it. George.
What?
Here's your hat.
I don't want my hat. I'm not going anyplace.
Oh. Well, he didn't get it, Bill. It was too subtle.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to think of something else.
Well, I know. George loves those lectures you're always taking him to.
Lectures?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yes. Oh, lectures. Yes. Yeah, that'll do it. Say, George, they're having a very interesting lecture this afternoon. Would you like to go?
We can't, Bill. The lecture hall is closed. They're repairing the runway.
Oh.
Bill, did I hear George say runway?
Oh, yes. That's the lecturer, Wendell Runway. He's an authority on all the new movements.
Oh.
Well, we better think of something. Those dames will be here any minute.
Bill, I think I've got it. You know George's weakness.
Which one?
The big one. He loves to sing.
I don't get it.
Oh, watch this. George.
Now what?
The fellows at the cigar store just phoned. They're still arguing about who won that singing contest. You or Frank Sinatra.
I thought that was all settled last week.
Oh, I guess not. They want you to come down and sing for them right now.
I don't go around singing in cigar stores. What do they take me for, a big show-off? And besides, I don't want to rub it in. Sinatra was a good loser.
Well, all right, dear.
Didn't work, Gracie.
Oh, that's right. It won't be long now.
Funny thing. I just noticed I was out of cigars.
Oh, really?
Well, like Jackie Horner in the corner, don't go nowhere, and I don't care.
Oh, Bill, isn't he an adorable ham?
Yeah, Gracie. Wasn't it cute when he put on his coat and 3 cigars dropped out of his pocket?
Yeah. Oh, that's probably one of the women from the matrimonial bureau.
Yeah, I'll look out the window and see.
Oh, good. They sent just what I wanted.
Well, they certainly did. Goodbye and good luck.
Hello. Did you call the matrimonial agency for a marriageable female?
Well, yes, I did.
Well, I'm ready, willing, and able.
Well, I'm sure you're ready and willing. Won't you come in? Now, Miss
Simpson. Salome Simpson.
Oh, my, what a pretty name, Salome. Did your mother name you that?
Yeah, a fat lot she knew.
Why, how old are you, Miss Simpson?
I'm going on 23.
Yeah, but where are you coming from?
Well, if you want the truth, I'm approximately 25.
Yeah, but how old are you exactly?
49.
Oh, well, there's no need to lie about your age, Miss Simpson. I think it's silly. I'm 18 and I don't care who knows it.
If I was 18, I wouldn't either.
I think you're just the type I'm looking for. Would you like to know something about the man you're to propose to?
I don't ask no questions. Just bring him on.
Well, he's not here right now, but that's his picture over on the piano.
That's him?
Yes.
Has he got any money?
Well, I'm sure. Oh, there's another one. You leave by the back door, Miss Simpson, and if you'll be here at exactly 5 o'clock, you can propose to him.
Yes, ma'am. Goodbye.
Come in.
Well, where is he?
Oh, you're from the matrimonial bureau?
Yeah, they said you were looking for an ugly woman with a horrible figure and no sex appeal.
Yes, that's right.
Well, any complaints?
No, you're perfect. Here, let me take your hat and broomstick.
That's my umbrella.
Oh, yes. Well, you're just what I want. You're desperate, aren't you?
Lady, I'll marry anything that walks on 2 feet and has whiskers.
Oh, my, I'm lucky you didn't meet the one who just left. Well, if you drop back at exactly... If you'll be back at 10 minutes after 5, you can propose to your man.
I'll be here with bells on.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. You make enough noise as it is. Oh, my goodness. Would you mind leaving right away by the back door?
Huh?
I see someone coming. Please, right out that way.
Okay, I'll be back at 10 after 5.
Good.
Oh, dear.
Well, it's my great, big, strong, handsome lover.
Yeah, that's me. Say, I went down to the cigar store and nobody... Who just went out the back door?
What, dear?
Who just left?
Oh, my mother?
That was not your mother. She only arrived. She never leaves.
You're too smart for me, George. I can't fool you, can I?
Darn right you can.
You catch me every time, don't you?
You bet I do.
That wasn't my mother.
I know it wasn't.
That was the grocer with 5 pounds of butter.
That's better. You can't fool me, you know.
Well, Gracie has arranged for her first hand-picked rival to propose to the unsuspecting George at 5 o'clock, and she's now anxiously awaiting the 0 hour.
George, do you think a man should have 3 wives?
Certainly not.
You're right. In my opinion, bigamy has several disadvantages, such as go to jail.
Yeah, bad.
And look at King Solomon. He had 1,000 wives, but was he happy? No.
No.
Think of how long he had to wait to get into the bathroom in the morning.
Gracie, I don't know what started this, but...
It's 5 o'clock. Oh, I mean, there's somebody at the door.
Huh?
You answer it, dear. I've got to run upstairs and see what's upstairs.
Hello.
Hello?
You're better looking than your picture.
My picture?
Yeah. Of course, that isn't much of a compliment.
Look, is there something I can do for you, miss?
Uh-huh.
What?
Marry me.
Marry you?
Uh-huh. Would you care to smother me with kisses?
I certainly would not.
Oh, shy, huh?
Yeah, shy. Now get out of here. Beat it.
Well, gee, I came all the way over here. I think you ought to either marry me or give him a car fare.
Well, how much is your car fare?
10 cents, but I'd rather have you.
No, thanks. Here's your dime. Now, goodbye.
You're sure you wouldn't like to smother me with kisses?
Out.
George, who was that?
I don't know. Some crazy woman just walked in here. She wanted me to marry her.
Oh, I knew it'd come to this. Well, I'll step out of the picture.
Well, wait a minute.
Let's face it, dear. You're just too much man for one woman.
I am?
Yes, but not enough for 2. I?
But, Gracie,
I'm not blaming you, George. I know I haven't been a good wife to you.
But you have, Gracie.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
Honestly?
Honestly.
No, I haven't.
Oh.
I won't stand in your way, George. Go to that crazy woman. She wants you.
Now, you listen to me. I kicked that woman out of here.
Oh, really?
Sure.
Oh, well, that's nice. What time is it, dear?
Oh, what time? About 10 after 5.
Oh,
10
good.
after 5.
Good. Answer the doorbell.
It didn't ring. Gee, I must be getting deaf.
Well, answer it, dear. I'm going upstairs.
Well?
Well, what? Let's get married, Shorty.
Now, just a minute.
Quit wasting time, Shorty. Neither of us ain't getting any younger.
Oh, look, there's some mistake.
Gonna play hard to get, huh? Come here.
Hey, wait a minute. Don't grab me like that.
I won't do you no damage, Shorty. You gotta last me a long time.
Hey, let go. Stop squeezing me.
Hey, George, Why, George, you little old gray wolf, you.
Now, wait a minute, Bill. I never saw this woman before. She's a complete stranger.
Wow, I hope Gracie never catches you with a friend.
Hey, you're kind of cute, Curly.
Yeah, he's cute. That's right, he's awfully cute. Go get him, sick him.
Come here, Curly.
No, let go. I'm not cute. Honest, I'm ugly. I only look cute.
Well, hello. Come right in. Oh, George, we've got company.
Now meet the people who live in the Burns house. George and Gracie. Here they are.
Now it's morning in the Burns home, and George is pacing up and down the living room in a somewhat unusual costume. Tan shoes, tan socks, tan trousers, and no shirt.
Gracie, this is ridiculous. Couldn't we find somebody else to do our laundry?
Well, I'd rather not, dear. We've always traded with her in the Tiffy Laundry Company.
How long have they had my shirts?
6 weeks.
It's a fair-sized jiffy.
Oh, I'm kind of glad your shirts haven't come back. You look so manly without one.
You really think so?
Yeah, you're Mama's great, big, bare-chested caveman.
Oh, sure.
Oh, I love a man's figure when it starts out real broad and then tapers right off. That's how it is with your shoulders and hips.
It is?
Yes. You see, you're a yard wide here, and then you get narrower and narrower until we get right up to those darling little shoulders.
Yeah, I'm a dream man.
I love your figure, George. And you know what gives me a thrill?
What?
The hair on your chest.
Oh, go.
It's such a cute little curly one.
Yeah, I've always been fond of it, too. Honey, how about you washing a shirt for me right now?
Well, I'd love to, George, but my career starts in a half hour.
Your career?
My dramatic career with the Upstairs Greek Art Theater.
The Upstairs Greek Art Theater?
Yes, our theater is upstairs over Nick's Acropolis Cafe.
I see.
And it's under the direction of that great Shakespearean actor, Nigel Bolingbroke.
Bolingbroke is no actor. He's a pool room bum.
Oh, that's not true, George. Could a pool room bum get financial backing from a man like Chester Van Wert?
Who's Chester Van Wert?
Who's Chester Van Wert? My goodness. Don't you ever read the papers?
Well, sure.
Well, who do you think delivers them?
Oh, little dirty-faced Chester. Oh, that's him, yes.
Oh, come in.
Well, greetings, fair lady. 'Tis I, Bolingbroke.
Oh, hello, Maestro.
You're just the man I want to see, cue ball.
Gadzooks, man. Your torso is unclasped.
Yes, isn't it thrilling? Doesn't George have a chest like a caveman?
Yes, now that you mention it, it does cave a bit.
Look, Cue Ball, do you have to get my wife mixed up in that broken-down Greek theater of yours?
Broken down? My good man, I very nearly had Orson Welles in my company. Unfortunately, he was unable to attend rehearsal.
Yes, well, you see, George, since he married Rita Hayworth, he seems to stay home more.
Gracie, all this chiseler is trying to do is get your money.
Oh, no, George. He didn't get a cent of my money.
Well, good.
All I did was give him $25 of your money.
What?
Just a trifling sum to appease the landlord.
Nick the Greek.
Well, I already nicked him for a few bucks. You mean the landlord? Oh, yes.
Well, that's $25 down the drain.
Oh, no, son, no. Your wife has talent, Mr. Burns. You see, you did not marry just an ordinary woman.
You can say that again.
Oh, thank you, George.
You're welcome.
What play are we going to do, Mr. Bolingbroke?
Well, I am dickering for the rights to that magnificent dramatic vehicle, The Sin of Madelon Fudnick. But I need another $25 to close the deal.
Hi, people.
Oh, hello,
Bill. Say, I found this box of laundry on the front porch. I guess you need it, George. That shirt you're wearing fits kind of loose.
I happen to be bare from the waist up.
Oh, I see what Bill means, dear. And please tuck it in.
Give me that laundry. I'll go and put on a shirt.
Okay, so long, pin-up boy.
As I was saying, Mrs. Burns, we need $25.
Oh, hello, Cue Ball. I didn't see you.
Hello. As I was saying, perhaps we could find a leading man with 20... Why, Mr. Goodwin. My dear, handsome Mr. Goodwin.
Huh?
What a profile. What a voice. Let me hear you do a line, any famous line from a great play. For example, I have $25.
I have $25.
Oh, no. With feeling. You've got to actually have $25. You do have 25, don't you?
Oh, sure.
Never mind the line, you'll do.
Cue Ball, what's this all about?
My boy, for the paltry sum of $25, I shall make you a matinee idol. A greater kick to the chicks than Frank Sinatra. Women will fling themselves at your feet. They'll mop you. They'll tear off your clothes.
Oh, they do that now.
What? Hey, look at this. They sent me the wrong laundry. This is Brian Donlevy's laundry.
Are you sure, dear?
Certainly.
Let me see the ticket. Yeah, it's Don Levy's laundry, all right. See here his initials on every piece. BD.
BD. Oh, George.
What?
If his middle initial is B, you've been wearing his underwear for years.
Will one of you see that Don Levy gets this? I'm going to call that laundry and give him a piece of my mind.
Hey, look at this shirt. What a chest that Don Levy has.
Yes. Why can't we get someone like him for our leading man? Why can't we? I'm pretty sure he could raise $25.
Well, it's an excellent thought. Hasten over with his laundry and try to con him into, persuade him to join us.
Oh, I will. And Mr. Bolingbroke.
Yes?
Rewrite Mr. Don Levy's part so he can wear a sweater.
Well, Gracie has determined that Brian Donlevy shall be her leading man in the upstairs Greek Art Theater. So now, with his laundry under her arm, she's knocking at the door.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello, Mr. Donlevy.
Well, won't you come in?
Oh, I'd love to. Here's your laundry.
Thank you for bringing it in. You're Gracie Allen, aren't you?
Well, yes. Well, that's my stage name. In private life, I'm Mrs. George Burns, you understand.
Oh, of course. It's like Annabella being Mrs. Tyrone Power or Barbara Stanwyck being Mrs. Robert Taylor. You have the same sort of married life.
Silly boy.
Well, what did you want to see me about, Mrs. Burns?
Oh, something that I'm sure will interest you. Mr. Donlevy, did you ever think of becoming an actor?
Well, yes, I've considered it. In fact, I've gone so far as to appear in a couple of pictures.
Oh, no, I don't mean the movies. I mean the legitimate stage. The theater of the Lumps and the Barrymores and the Ritz Brothers.
Oh, no, thanks. No, thank you. I'm quite happy in the cinema of Garbo and Dietrich and Minnie Mouse.
Oh, pooter movies. They're just a lot of celluloid. What the people want to see today is flesh and blood. And you got so much of it.
Thank you very much, I suppose.
And just think, for only $25, you can become the leading man of the upstairs Greek art theater.
Oh, well, you'd better count me out, Mrs. Burns. There must be some other actor in Hollywood, though, who has $25.
No, but I like you. I want you to have the chance to play opposite America's greatest actress.
Oh, she's a member of the upstairs Greek art theater?
Oh, sure.
Not Catherine Cornell.
No.
Bette Davis?
No.
Helen Hayes?
No, better than those.
Gee, I'd love to meet her.
Well, how do?
You must think I'm an awful fool not to have known, huh?
That's all right. Those other girls are good, too. Shall we go to rehearsal?
Well, I'm afraid I can't get away right now. You see, Cary Grant's coming over, and we're going to do some knitting.
But, we'd be magnificent together. Can't you just see us doing Macbeth? You could be Mac and I could be Beth.
I'm sorry, Gracie.
Oh, are you mad, Brian? It's the chance of a lifetime. We're putting on a play that I know you'll adore. The Sin of Madeline Fudnick.
The what?
The Sin of Madeline Fudnick.
With a name like that, how'd she ever get the chance?
Oh, Brian. Brian, say you'll do it.
Uh-uh.
Well, if it's the money, I might get you in for $20.
Uh-uh.
Well, $15 if you wear your own tuxedo.
Uh-uh.
In one scene, you get to kiss me on the cheek.
Uh-uh.
Both cheeks?
Uh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Uh-uh. Oh, it's no use, Gracie. I'm just not the man for the job.
Well, I guess I may as well be going then. You sure you won't reconsider?
No. Sorry, Gracie. Well, goodbye, and thanks for bringing in my laundry.
Oh, you're well. The laundry? Yes, the laundry.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. I hope you liked the way I washed your things.
The way you washed them?
Yes, I hope I didn't put too much starch in your socks.
Wait a minute. You mean you take in washing?
Yes, my husband makes me.
Oh. Well, that's... Oh, but I sent my clothes to the In a Jiffy Laundry Company.
Well, when I don't take in enough money, he sneaks bundles off laundry trucks for me to do.
Oh, that man is a beast.
Oh, no, it's not his fault. He can't help himself. You see, he's money mad.
Horrible.
That's why you must do this play with me. I want the stage, not the awful drudgery of the wash tub.
Well,
Oh, Mr. Donlevy, I've got a great talent. Don't let it get caught in the ringer.
Oh, you poor girl. How long has George been money mad?
Well, I noticed it the very first night we were married.
No, not on your honeymoon.
Yeah, he only rented one hotel room for the two of us.
Well, maybe that wasn't just to save money.
Well, it wasn't the one room I minded, but I don't think George should have sublet the divan to a hosiery salesman.
Holy smoke! You mean on your wedding night you shared your room with a hosiery salesman?
Oh, yeah, and that wasn't the worst of it.
Oh? Well, what was?
Well, George wouldn't let me buy anything from him.
What a married life you've had.
Yeah, so please, Mr. Donlevy, please say you'll be in the play with me so I won't have to take in washing anymore.
Don't you worry, little girl. I promise you'll never have to wash clothes again.
Oh, hello, Donlevy.
You little rat.
Huh?
What do you do with all the money?
What money?
You know what money.
Don't shout at me.
What's the matter? You afraid I'll wake up a salesman on the divan?
Now, look here.
Hey, where's your wash tub?
On the back porch.
Get out there and fill it with water.
But I can't swim.
You're not gonna swim. You're not swimming. You're gonna do my laundry.
Now, see here.
Get going. Come on.
Yes, sir. Look, Don Levy, I told you 50 times. I never made my wife take in washing. I'm trying to tell you.
Keep washing, Burns.
But I've been at this for hours. Can't I quit now?
Yeah. You can quit when you've got that shirt snow white.
But it's a green shirt.
Keep washing, Burns.
Oh.
Hello. Well, rubly up, Dub, if it isn't Bubbles Burns.
Bill. Let him alone, Bill. He's doing my laundry.
Oh, well, that's a very nice arrangement you boys have, Briny. What do you do for him, cook?
Look, Bill, will you explain to this big
Why,
lot?
Briny, are those dainty little things yours?
Oh, I didn't mean to bring those here.
Gee, and he wears pink ones.
Bill, will you just explain
Oh, all right, George. What is it? What do you want me to tell Don Levy?
I just want you to tell him the truth. Does Gracie take in washing?
Well, of course not. Are you trying to make Don Levy believe she does? What do you think he is, stupid? Oh, George.
Well,
All right, so I'm stupid. But this is your fault, George. What's the matter with you? Don't you know how to handle your own wife?
well, sometimes I think I don't, and sometimes I'm positive I don't.
The idea of letting her run around telling wild stories just so she can do some broken-down play.
I suppose you could stop her.
Easy. I could talk her out of...
George, Oh, hello, Mr. Don Levy.
Hello. How are things in the wet wash racket?
I just made that up about taking in washing. Funny joke, wasn't it?
George didn't think so.
Well, shall we run over my play, Mr. Don Levy?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Oh, wonderful. I'll go get the script.
Hey, what's the idea, Don Levy? I thought you were going to talk a lot of it.
I've got a better idea. I'm going to louse this scene up so badly she'll never want to hear of me or the theater again.
Here she comes.
Oh, here's the script, Mr. Don Levy. The sin of Madeline Fudnick. I'm Madeline, and you're my sin.
I can't wait to get my teeth into it. Where do we start?
Oh, well, we'll just open it at random. Artists such as you and I can read any line, and they'll all sound the same.
Right.
Oh, let's see now. Oh, this is a scene where Madeline bids farewell to Boris, a Russian nobleman who wanted to marry her. Would you like to try it?
Sure, let's go.
Oh, no, Boris. Our love can never be. You are a Russian nobleman, and I am only a simple Fudnick. Go back. Go back to your own land, Boris. Go back to Russia.
Faith and be God, Madeline, me darling, and it's breaking me heart. However, if it's after telling me go that it is you are, is all a Russian gentleman can do.
Oh, Brian, that was wonderful.
Huh?
Wonderful. Didn't you hear the act?
Oh, yes, and I adored it. We'll rewrite the whole scene and make Boris a Frenchman, just as Mr. Don Levy did.
Yes, and you can call him Axel.
Sure. Shall we try another scene, Mr. Don Levy?
Oh, sure, by all means.
Well, here's a nice one. Tell me, beloved. Oh, wait. George, before I go any further, you'd better give me a little hug.
What for?
Well, I'm about to play a love scene with Brian, and I want you always to remember me as I was.
Play the scene.
Ready, Mr. Don Levy?
Take it.
Tell me, beloved, why are we drawn so irresistibly together?
Because you are a woman, Madeline, and I am a man?
My goodness, Mr. Don Levy, what an unusual interpretation.
Yeah, terrible, wasn't it?
Oh, no, it was marvelous. You're so much in love with me that you're not even sure what you are.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's do the next
All
one.
right. There are stars in your eyes, my dearest one. You have the soul of a poet, and I must have you near me always.
Certainly. It's the same with me, Madeline. Yous is a girl in a million. Without yous, life would have no punch.
Magnificent.
Oh, no.
Oh, But it was. You made me see the hero as he really is. A cute brute.
I'll give up, Ryan. You're licked.
Wait, we've still got a chance. Now, Gracie, you think I played the scene well?
Oh, you were exquisite.
Well, one of us was awful, so it must have been you.
Why, Mr. Donald.
Now, wait a minute. Look, George, come here. You read that part and show her how it should be done. Come on.
Me?
Yeah. Come on, this will discourage you. Now, start with this speech, George.
Well, okay. Tell me, beloved, why are we drawn so irresistibly together?
Because I am a man, Madeline, and you are a woman.
Only one thing frightens me, man of my dreams. What if fate should part us? What if I should be snatched from your arms?
Oh, don't say that. Oh, you beautiful, fragile creature. That face, that figure, they drive me mad. Mad, do you hear me? Mad.
Oh, Dad, stop. Oh, please stop.
Oh, you had enough, huh?
Oh, yes, and I see what you mean. I could never play that part.
Well, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Oh, I thought I was a great actress, but I was wrong. I'll step aside, Brian. George will be your leading lady.
Oh, no.
Gracie, will you drop the subject?
Oh, but George, I mean it.
Drop it.
You have a great talent. And Brian Donlevy thought you did a wonderful job, too.
Did he really?
Yeah. He wants you to do his laundry every week.
Oh, good night.
Well, hello. Come right in. Oh, George, we've got company.
Now meet the people who live in the Burns house. George and Gracie. Here they are. Well, it's morning in the Burns home, and as George comes into the living room, he is greeted by a very excited Gracie.
Oh, George, I've got the most sensational news. You'll never believe it.
What is it?
Well, what's the most unbelievable thing you can think of?
Hitler's going to be a guest star on Eddie Cantor's program.
No. More unbelievable than that.
Well, what?
Tootsie Stagwell is going to get married.
That I don't believe. Nobody would marry that dame.
Why, George, Tootsie's very attractive. She has a perfectly balanced face.
Balanced?
Certainly. What if her chin does recede? Her teeth stick way out?
Yeah, that sort of makes it balanced.
Yeah, and her figure is pretty, too. You just ought to get a look at Tootsie in a sweater. You've never seen such beautiful ribs.
Yeah, she's a dream. Who is she going to marry?
A soldier. He just got back from 6 months in the jungle, and Tootsie was the first woman he saw.
Ah, the poor kid.
We're going to have the wedding right here in this room. Oh, that reminds me. I better call the locksmith.
The locksmith?
Yeah, the lock on that door doesn't work, and Tootsie has lost so many men that way.
You think of everything. Now, Gracie, would you just put the wedding aside? I've got some wonderful news for you.
What is it, dear?
Well, there's going to be a very big bond rally tonight, and you and I are going to help out with the entertainment.
Oh, wonderful. We want to do everything we can.
Yeah, but just listen to this. The man in charge of the bond rally is coming over to see us. You'll be terribly excited when you find out who he is.
Who?
Ray Milan.
Ray Milan? Yeah. He's kind of cute.
Kind of cute. Most women are nuts about that guy.
Oh, well, that's only because they aren't married to you, darling.
Really?
Yeah, would any woman in her right mind prefer Ray Milan to George Burns?
So he doesn't excite you,
Oh,
huh?
of course not. Does the tiger's mate get excited when she sees a chipmunk?
You'd rather have me than Ray Milan, huh?
Oh, sure. Youth and good looks aren't everything.
No, I guess not.
Women may be crazy about him today, but will they be crazy about him 10 years from now? Or when he gets to be your age.
Well, never mind.
Oh.
Hey, Ken, why, is that Meland already?
No, it's probably the happy bride. I'm expecting her. Come in.
Oh, Gracie!
Oh, Tootsie.
Oh, no.
It's off, Gracie. My marriage is all off.
But, Tootsie, that soldier boy, you told me.
I know, but he isn't going through with it. He decided he'd rather go back and fight the Japs.
Oh, the coward.
Well, I'm going into the library. Call me when Ray Meland gets there.
Oh, Gracie, I guess I'll just never get a husband. I thought sure I had this one.
Oh, me too. I wonder what he sees in those Japs anyway. They all have yellow skin and buck teeth and wear glasses. You don't wear glasses.
Gracie, what am I going to do?
Oh, Tootsie, you've been going about this wrong. The trouble with you is that you'll marry any man.
Well, what else is there to marry?
Well, that isn't what I mean. You should set your cap for somebody big, a handsome movie star like Ray Meland.
Ray Meland?
Well, yes, he's coming over here this afternoon. And, Tootsie, I can't think of any reason why you shouldn't marry him.
Marry him? Oh, but Gracie, I've never met the man. I don't know anything about him.
Well, I'll tell you everything you want to know. He's about average height.
That's enough. I'll marry him.
Well, fine. Well, that's settled. And, Tootsie, I'm sure you'll find it just as easy to get Ray Meland as any ordinary man.
Gee, I hope not.
Hello, girls.
Oh, hello, Bill.
Oh, Bill, you're the first to hear the news.
Oh, really? What news?
Well, Tootsie Sagwell and Ray Meland are going before a justice of the peace.
Oh, well, what's he suing you for, Tootsie? Assault and battery?
Oh, he's not suing her. He's marrying her.
Oh, come now, Gracie. Ray Meland marry an old maid like Tootsie?
He's not marrying an old maid. He's marrying a bachelor girl.
Well, yeah, but maybe he'd like one that looks less like a bachelor and more like a girl.
You're just bitter because you've lost, Tootsie. Be a good sport.
Well, okay, Gracie. Congratulations, Tootsie.
Thanks, Bill.
Say, Tootsie, I suppose by and by you'd like to present your husband with a little bundle of happiness. Well, girls, so long.
Oh, Bill, just to show there's no hard feelings, will you be the best man at our wedding?
By far.
Oh, Gracie, I wish Ray Meland would hurry and get here. I'm so excited.
Well, I'll go upstairs and get my wedding dress for you to be married in, Tootsie.
Your wedding dress? Oh, but Gracie, I'm 2 feet taller than you.
Oh, well, that's all right. Instead of putting orange blossoms on your head, we can drape them around your legs.
Gracie, you're so clever.
Well, while unsuspecting Ray Meland is on his way to the Burns home to discuss the bond rally, Gracie is giving Tootsie her last-minute instructions.
Now, here's my wedding dress, Tootsie. Put it on and meet me backstage at the bond rally at 8 o'clock.
Gracie, am I going to be married right up on the stage?
Well, sure. The people will buy bonds to see your wedding. Just think you'll be helping Uncle Sam win by marrying Ray Meland.
Oh, I regret that I have but one life to give for my country.
Well, you better run along now. He'll be here any minute.
You mean I'm not going to meet him now?
Oh, no. It would be bad luck for the groom to see the bride before the wedding. Especially in this case.
But Gracie,
No, Tootsie. I don't want him to set eyes on you until after I've established a bridgehead.
Well, all right.
I can't wait to see if Mr. Meland looks the same in person as he does on the screen.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
Oh, well, you never know with these movie actors, Tootsie. In pictures, some of them wear toupees and girdles and false eyelashes and heaven knows what.
Really?
Yes. And you don't want a husband you have to assemble every morning. My goodness. Between the two of you, you'd never get dressed.
Oh, Gracie, I wouldn't care.
Oh, there he is. Quick, Tootsie, out the back door.
Can I just stay long enough to give him one fast hug?
No. He might fall apart in your arms. Before I even discuss your marriage to him, I'm going to make sure he's all Ray Meland.
Well, all right. See you at the bond rally at 8.
I'm coming. Oh, hello, Mr. Milan. Won't you come in?
Thank you very much. I guess you know why I'm here, Mrs. Burns?
Better than you do. You know, Mr. Milan, you look as cute in person as you do on the screen.
Oh, really?
Yes. But, of course, one never knows, does one? Won't you sit down?
Oh, thanks.
Go on, relax. Make yourself comfortable. Loosen your girdle.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, come, Mr. Milan. Don't blink your false eyelashes at me.
Mrs. Burns, I don't wear a girdle and my eyelashes are not false.
Oh, well, that's fine. I was just joking. Oh, come on, Mr. Milan. Smile. It was just a joke. That's better. I like your smile. Your teeth are so white and dazzling.
Thank you.
They do some wonderful work these days, don't they?
Mrs. Burns, are you by any chance...
Oh, and I love your hair. It's so soft and nice looking.
Well, thank you. I grow it myself.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear it. You're really very attractive, Mr. Milan. I'll bet when you take a girl in your arms, they are your arms.
Oh, yes. Yes. Had them for years. Mrs. Burns, are you by any chance pulling my leg?
No, but maybe I'd better.
Oh, I assure you. No. I assure you that I'm all in one piece.
Oh, well, that's wonderful.
Mrs. Burns, whatever gave you the idea that men are put together with string?
Oh, hello.
What did you ask me, Mr. Milan?
Oh, never mind. I see.
I'm glad you're here, Ray. I've got some wonderful ideas for the Bond rally tonight. I think if I sing a few songs...
George.
Yes, dear?
You're incredibly handsome.
Oh, stop.
Oh, you really are, dear. I adore the way your nose just comes leaping out of your profile.
Gracie, what's the idea?
Well, I'm showing Mr. Milan how wonderful married life is. You see, Mr. Milan, that's the way I always flatter my husband.
Very interesting.
Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, there's not another woman in the world like Gracie.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Well, you're wrong. She's not as pretty as I am.
Gracie, would you run out into the kitchen and fix Ray and me a couple of sandwiches?
Why, of course, darling. See, Mr. Milan, that's another duty of a wife. She always keeps an eye on her husband's stomach.
Well, it's nice of George to make it so easy for you.
I'll be back in a jiff.
Now, Ray, don't worry about the entertainment at the Bond rally because I'll sing about 7 or 8 songs. Get this for a climax. You see, I walk on singing, oh, bum, 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 down in the garden where the red rose grows.
George.
Oh, mine, I love you
George.
so. Love me like a flower.
George! I'm not sure that's quite the thing we want.
Well, you want the people to buy bonds, don't you?
Yes, but I'd rather not use third-degree methods.
Well, you don't have to worry about my song, Ray. I was a riot in vaudeville. In fact, I closed the show with that number.
I can well believe it.
Well, just listen to the whole thing.
George.
Oh, bum, 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 down.
George.
Yes?
Here are some sandwiches.
Stick one in George's mouth, quick.
Ray seems to be a little in doubt about my singing.
Oh, George is wonderful. He can sing anything. He even used to dress up as a bride and sing, "There Was I Waiting at the Church."
Yeah. Gee, I got a terrific press notice in Altoona. I'll get it and show it to
Oh,
you.
George, wait.
Yeah.
Don't bring the Altoona notice.
Why, dear?
No, it was Scranton where your uncle worked on the paper.
Gracie, we're in trouble. George is determined to sing as the climax of our show.
Oh. Well, I've got a much better idea for the climax. An idea that will attract thousands of people and sell millions of dollars worth of bonds.
Wonderful. What is it?
Well, you'll get married right on the stage.
Married? Oh, no.
Oh, no, wait a minute,
no,
wait a minute.
No.
Wait till I show you the picture of the girl you're going to marry. Here, look at this. Cute, huh?
Cute? Why, this is... Oh, now I get it. This is terrific. The audience will love it.
Oh, well, then you'll do it?
Why, of course I'll do it. What an idea. George dressed up as a woman.
But, Mr. Milan...
Oh, it'll be a riot, Gracie. Oh, you're a genius.
I am?
Well, for a minute I thought you really wanted me to marry a woman.
You did? silly boy.
The people will scream when I marry George.
Yeah. Of course, at the wedding, you'd better call him Tootsie.
Oh, murder, what a name, Tootsie!
Hey, Ray, I couldn't find... Hey, what are you so happy about?
Oh, because my worries are over, George. I know we've got to finish for the Bond rally that couldn't be topped.
Well, gee, I'm glad you think so. Thanks for fixing it, Gracie.
Oh, no fooling. It'll be the talk of the town.
Well, it's mighty sweet of you. Oh, bum, 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 down in the garden where the red rose grows.
Yes, you.
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're enjoying our Bond rally, and we've got some more great entertainment for you. I guess you've noticed that I'm not making any mention of that ever-loving stuff with the bird's name. You know, the stuff that breaks in two. Well, that's because tonight we're only interested in one kind of soap. The soap that's going to wash up the Axis. United States war bonds. And now, I'd like to introduce one of the great personalities of the entertainment world. A star whose voice you've heard many times, and who's...
Oh, bum, 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 down in the garden where the red rose grows.
No, George.
I love you so.
George, wait.
Oh.
No.
No?
Not that voice.
Well, it's the only one I've got.
Well, yeah, but it isn't time for it yet. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to meet Ray Milland. Thank you, Ray. You said it for all of us. And now I'd like to present a fine artist. A man with a great singing voice. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is.
Oh, bum, 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 down in the garden where the red rose grows.
No, George.
Oh, my,
no.
I love you so.
No, George.
No.
No. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Jimmy Cash.
No.
Thank you, Jimmy. That'll sell bonds. And now, folks, I know you've all been waiting for this. A great personality. One half of that grand team of George Burns and Gracie Allen. A real talent, ladies and gentlemen. No, George.
Oh, man, I love you
please,
so.
No.
Oh.
I meant the better half. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Gracie Allen.
Oh, thank you very much. Now, Bill, you can announce the grand finale of our show, the marriage of Ray Milland and Tootsie Sagwell.
Okay, Gracie. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray Milland will now marry Tootsie... What? You mean that was on the level?
Jealous, huh?
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Well, it's your own fault, Bill. If you'd played your cards right, Tootsie would be carrying you across the threshold tonight instead of Ray Milland.
Yeah, I feel terrible.
Well, you make the announcement, and I'll go to Tootsie's dressing room and get her ready.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, we now present the marriage.
Well, everything is ready, Tootsie.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, Mr. Milland will always remember me for arranging this. He's a lucky man. Oh, you have a fine character. You're an excellent cook, and you crochet beautifully. Now, what more can a man want in a wife?
I don't know, but I'm going to find out.
Oh, just think, Tootsie. Tomorrow you may be in Winchell's column.
Yes. It'll probably say, what movie star just married which glamour girl?
Oh, and I'll be in on the secret. I'll know that Ray Milland is the what and you're the which. Tootsie, I nearly forgot. Mr. Milland is a little absent-minded, so don't worry if during the ceremony he calls you George.
Oh, he can call me Butch as long as he marries me.
And, Tootsie, don't let him hear your voice until after the ceremony. Let that be a surprise to him, too.
Say, hurry up, girls. Everybody's waiting out on the stage.
Oh, come on, Tootsie. Well, Mr. Milland, here's your bride.
You look great, George. Of course, you could have used a little more padding here and there.
Here's the justice of the peace. Come on, Mr. Milland, let's get started. Take her hand.
Okay. Your makeup is great, George, but you should have worn gloves. Those hands give you away.
Quiet, everybody, quiet. The wedding is beginning. All right, Mr. Justice, say the peace. Well, congratulations, Tootsie. You're finally married. Well, go on, Mr. Milland. Kiss the surprise.
Oh, no, I'm not going that far. No. Oh, come on. The show's over. Take off the wedding dress.
Why, Raymond!
Well, good night. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. This is the finale of the show.
Oh, bum, 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 down in the garden where
Hey.
the grows.
Hey, wait a minute.
Oh, my.
Hey.
Hey!
You're George Burns.
Well, sure.
Then what's that thing in the bridal dress?
That's Tootsie Sagwell.
Oh, no, you're wrong, dear. That's Tootsie Milan.
You mean that's a woman?
Well, sure.
Yeah, and she's your wife.
But that's impossible. I've already got a wife.
What? You mean you're already married?
Why, sure.
Why, you deceitful man, you tricked me. Oh, you men, you're all alike, wrecking homes before you even get into them.
Well, that's enough, Gracie. That's plenty. Come on home.
I'm not going home with you, George Burns. Who knows how many other wives you've got?
Oh,
I've got some wonderful news. Our bond rally was really a big success.
Oh, great.
What happened?
Well, Mr. Asa Call, president of Pacific Mutual Life Insurance Company, has given me a pledge that his company is participating in the CBS bond drive by purchasing $6 million worth of bonds for the Third War Loan Campaign.
$6 million.
That is wonderful.
Oh, of course, ladies and gentlemen. It will take millions more to put over this drive, so let's all of us remember to do our share and buy at least one extra war bond this week. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, hello. Come right in. Oh, George, we've got company.
Now meet the people who live in the Burns house. George and Gracie. Here they are. Well, it's early afternoon in the Burns home, and George has not yet returned from the office. There's the sound of the door buzzer, and Gracie goes to the door.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Burns.
Oh, good afternoon, Mr. Postman. Gorgeous afternoon, isn't it?
Oh, yes. The air is just like wine. Even a teetotaler such as myself can get a snootful.
Oh, you don't drink?
Oh, nothing intoxicating. Nature plays such funny tricks. Here I am, a regular bull, and I'm full of milk.
Yes, I know. Any mail for us this afternoon, Mr. Postman?
Just one letter. Here it is.
Oh, it's from Ann Sheridan.
Ann Sheridan, the movie actress?
Yes.
I'm mad about her. We have so much in common.
Oh, really?
Yes. We both have oomph. I saw her new picture last night. Thank your lucky stars. It was so funny. Every time I think of it, I have to laugh.
Well, Miss Sheridan is coming over this afternoon to talk about our work at the USO canteen. Why don't you stay around and meet her?
Oh, I wouldn't trust myself too close to her. She's so fascinating, and I'm such a mad, impetuous boy. I might lose my head.
Oh, does Aunt Sheridan affect all men like that?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my goodness. Now I'm worried about my husband.
If he's got a pint of blood in his veins, he's susceptible.
Well, I'm worried about him anyway.
There's your husband now, getting off the bus.
Yeah. See, maybe I'd better test him before Aunt Sheridan gets here.
test him?
Yeah, I better find out if he really is susceptible to oomph.
Well, good luck, Mrs. Burns. And remember, keep smiling.
Oh, hello, Mr. Postman. My wife home?
Yes, she's waiting for you.
What's he laughing about? Hello, dear.
Hello, you great, big, wonderful hunk of man.
Huh?
You appeal to me, son.
Gracie, what's come over you?
Oomph.
Oomph?
I'm full of it, son.
You're full of oomph?
Sure. What makes the birdies sing in the trees, son? What makes one oyster run madly after another oyster?
I'm sure I don't know.
Oomph.
Oomph?
I'm full of it, son.
Look, Gracie.
What puts the fire in the firefly? What makes the papa octopus hold all those hands with the mama octopus?
I'm sure I don't know.
Oomph.
Oomph? Look now, Gracie.
I'm full of
You're
it,
full
son.
of it. You're full of it now, please. Tell me, what does this all mean?
Well, dear, Aunt Sheridan is coming over, and I thought I'd better see if you were oomph-proof.
Oh, sweetheart. You don't have to worry about Aunt Sheridan. You're all the glamour I want.
Oh, George, thank you.
Now, you got something nice to say to me?
Well, sure.
Well, say it.
You have awfully good taste.
Thanks.
Oh, that must be Aunt Sheridan now. Come in.
Hi, folks.
Oh, Bill. I thought you were Aunt Sheridan.
Oh, really, Gracie? A natural mistake. I just washed my hair.
Oh, sure. Can't tell your hair from Aunt Sheridan's. Of course, yours is fluffier.
Well, now,
Well, Bill, I meant that I'm expecting Aunt Sheridan to arrive here any moment.
Aunt Sheridan? Very beautiful girl, if you happen to like beautiful girls.
Bill, if you saw Aunt Sheridan, you'd fall all over yourself.
Not true, George. If Aunt Sheridan begged me to marry her, and I wouldn't blame her, I'd still turn her down.
Well, I can't stand anymore. I'll see you later.
Gracie, can I help it if Aunt Sheridan just doesn't excite me?
Come in.
Hello, Gracie.
Well, hello, Ann. Come on in. Ann, I'd like you to meet a very dear friend of mine, Bill Goodwin.
How do you do, Mr. Goodwin?
Oh, Bill, close your mouth and say hello to Miss Sheridan.
Miss Sheridan, you're beautiful. Huh?
Gracie, I think this character has a few shingles loose in his roof.
Miss Sheridan, have I known you long enough to tell you that I love you?
You certainly have not.
Have I now?
Bill, I think you better be running along.
Well, okay. Goodbye, Miss Sheridan.
Goodbye, Mr. Goodwin. Awfully amazed to have met you.
Thank you. Goodbye. Closet.
Say, Ann, you want to know something?
What?
I think he liked you.
No. You mean just because he went out with that lampshade on his head?
Yeah, you seem to put people in a daze.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, yes, you do. And, look, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I know you're the oomph girl, but I've got a confession to make.
What, Gracie?
You don't affect me that way at all. And what time are we supposed to be at the canteen?
In about an hour.
Well, after we serve the boys coffee and donuts, what about the entertainment?
Oh, we'll dance with them, and they'll probably want us to play some games with them.
What sort of games?
Well, the last time I was there, the boys asked me to play a game called Mail Call.
Mail call? I've never heard of it.
Oh, yes, you have. It's post office, Army style.
Did you play it with them?
Yes, but I insisted on the new zoning rules.
Oh, and I wonder if the soldiers really enjoy having girls at the canteen.
Well, they seem to, Gracie. Last night when Joan Leslie and I walked in, they whistled and cheered and stamped their feet.
Yeah, but just walk in there some night without coffee and donuts.
Well, you may be right.
Gracie, I just saw Bill Goodwin and he's Oh, hello, Miss Sheridan.
Oh, and you know my husband.
Of course. Everybody knows Gracie Allen's husband. It's just his name I can't remember.
Burns.
Oh, yes, Burns. How are you, Bob?
Fine.
His name is George. What were you saying about Bill Goodwin, dear?
Well, the guy is nuts. He's marching up and down the street with a broomstick for a gun and a lampshade for a helmet. And not only that, he says he's going in the army.
In the army? Oh, my goodness, Dan. You did put him in a daze. The poor boy thinks he's a father.
What did you do to him, Miss Sheridan?
Honestly, I never touched him. I guess he just has a vivid imagination.
Well, it's love. It's love, that's what it is. Why, Anne, you and Bill might become one of the great love affairs of history, like Romeo and Juliet, or Antony and Cleopatra, or Tommy Manville and the Women of America.
Oh, but Gracie, you don't think Bill's really in love with me, do you?
Oh, I'm sure of it. George acted the same way. When he fell in love with me, he was out of his mind.
Gracie, Ann Sheridan doesn't want to hear about you and me.
Oh, of course she does, darling. If I tell her how I handled you, she'll know how to handle Bill.
Well, that's an idea. What happened, Gracie?
Well, in the first place, George was even cuter then than he is now, if you can imagine that.
I'll try.
You know, I used to enjoy chucking him under the chin. Of course, now I enjoy it twice as much.
Gracie.
Well, tell me how you handled him, Gracie. Was he difficult, too?
Oh, yeah. He just swept me right off my feet.
The fiery type, huh?
Oh, fiery. He was simply a blaze. Why, we hadn't been married 2 weeks before he tried to kiss me.
Gracie, Ann doesn't want to hear all this.
And he's still the same ardent lover today. Honestly, Ann, haven't I got the sweetest, darlingest husband in the whole world?
Oh, Gracie.
Well, we'll leave it to Ann. And now, look, you work at Warner Brothers with men like Humphrey Bogart, Cary Grant, Errol Flynn, and Dennis Morgan. But honestly, can any of them even approach George for downright cuddliness?
Well, he is a little cuddlier than Humphrey Bogart.
Oh, you bet he is. He's the cutest little cuddliest rascal in the whole world. Isn't he just darling, Ann?
Yes.
Want to hold him for a minute?
No, I might drop him.
All right now, Gracie, this is going far enough.
Yes. Gracie, how can I cure Bill? I don't want him chasing after me and buying me flowers and taking me to nightclubs and sending me candy.
Well, stop him the way I stopped George. Marry him.
No, thanks. I believe in short engagements, but not that short.
Oh, come in. Well, hello, Tootsie.
Oh, Gracie, I dashed over to Dad. Oh, Anne Sheridan.
Well, yes, Tootsie. And meet Tootsie Sagwell.
How do you do?
Oh, Miss Sheridan, it's true. We do look alike.
We do?
Yes. Oh, it's such a thrill to meet you in the flesh.
Why, thank you, Tootsie. I'd like to meet you in the flesh sometime.
Oh, thank you. Well, Gracie, I came over to tell you that Bill Goodman has lost his mind. I saw him out in the middle of the street wandering around in the traffic.
Oh, how awful.
Yes, I could get killed that way.
You could get killed?
Well, naturally, I was following him.
Well, that's it. I'm going out and get Bill and bring him back here. And you girls better figure out a cure.
Well, what's he talking about, Gracie?
Well, Ann's responsible for Bill's condition. Oh, I guess there's only one way to snap him out of it, Ann.
What's that?
You have to be deuced.
Deuced? How?
Well, it's really very simple. Tootsie.
Yes?
Tell Ann your beauty secret.
Oh, Gracie, she's already as pretty as I am.
Well, you're different, and that's just what we need. Come on, tell us how you got that way.
Well, first thing in the morning, I slap my face 20 times on one side and 20 times on the other side. If you do that gently, it keeps your face in shape.
I'm afraid you don't know your own strength.
Go on, Tootsie. Tell us some more.
Gracie, it's no use. I could never get a face like Miss Sagwell's in just one day. She's obviously been working at it for years.
She's right, Gracie. And even if she had my face, she couldn't have my figure.
Well, of course she could. I know where you buy most of it.
No, really, we'd better try something
Oh,
else.
I guess so. Let's see now. We could.
Well, here he is. Nuttier than a fruitcake.
Hello, Bill.
Hello.
You feel all right?
Sure, I feel fine.
Oh, well, then, George, there's nothing the matter with him. Come on, Bill, I'll take that lampshade off your head.
Okay. Better disconnect me first.
Oh, sure.
Gracie, what's become of Bill?
He's resting in the next room, George.
Is he any better?
Well, I'm afraid he's still a bit confused, Anne. I took him an ice bag for his head, and he's sitting on it.
That's curing a headache the hard way.
George, I wish these things wouldn't happen. Why can't men admire me for my intellect?
Well, I guess fashion is to blame for that. There just aren't any dresses that show off a woman's brain.
Well, it doesn't look like you girls are going to help, Bill. I better go in and talk to him myself. Bill.
Yes, Ann, darling.
This isn't Ann, darling. This is George.
Kiss me.
No, you'd hate yourself in the morning. Look at me, Bill. I'm George Burns.
Oh, forget about the kiss.
Listen, kid, snap out of it. You're making a fool out of yourself.
I am?
Yes, you're a guy with a future. This craze for Ann Sheridan, this is going to end your career.
What a way to retire.
Let me help you. Really, let me help you. I know how you feel. I can read your mind like a book.
You can?
Sure.
Well, turn to chapter 10. It's a pip.
Okay, I give up.
Did your talk do any good, George?
No, he's so crazy about you can't see straight. Isn't there some way you could disillusion a man?
Sure. I'll give him the I'm not the kind of a girl for a boy like you routine, huh?
That's right. Tell him that you're not good enough for him.
Hey, that's a wonderful idea. Make him believe you're a wicked woman. Tell him you do horrible things. Tell him you chew gum.
Should I, Gracie?
Sure. Tell him you started chewing just to be sociable, but now you even chew when you're alone.
Oh, but Gracie, we got to draw a line someplace.
Well, why? Go the limit. Make up even worse lies. Tell him that once a man kissed you.
Well, Gracie, to tell you the truth, once a man did.
And I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that.
Look, girls, get in there and get started. Bill's suffering.
Come on, Gracie. I know how to disillusion him. Bill.
Yes, Ann, dear.
There's something I must tell you. I'm not what you think I am. You haven't seen the real me.
Well, what I've seen I like very much.
Bill, you don't understand. Ann Sheridan may look like a simple, unsophisticated country girl, but underneath that faded gingham dress, she's wearing a silk petticoat.
Well, call me a fool, but I don't care.
Listen to me, Bill. You're too fine, too decent for a girl like me.
Well, couldn't I louse myself up a little?
Let me put it this way, Bill. Look, let me put it this way. Have you got a sister?
Yes.
She's a fine, wholesome girl, isn't she?
Sure.
Then how in the world could you bring a girl like me home to your mother?
Well, she's right, Bill. Bring your sister home to your mother.
Believe me, Bill, I haven't got a decent bone in my whole body.
And it's surprising, isn't it, when she has such a decent body?
No, I tell you, Bill, honestly, I'm no good. I'm just a phony. Everything about me's phony.
Yeah, that's right. Even that oomph business isn't on the level.
Honestly?
Honestly. How can a girl be level and have oomph?
I can't believe it. I just know there's nothing bad about you, Ann.
Look into my eyes, Bill. My awful past is mirrored in them. Come close and see for yourself. Closer, Bill. Closer.
Well, here's where we lose this whole argument.
Look deep into my eyes, Bill.
Wow!
I knew it. Come on, Ann. We'll have to think of something else.
Well, how did you make out?
Well, we were doing fine until Ann let him get within oomping distance.
Well, now what?
Oh, gee, I don't know.
Say, the memory of an old love might save him. Was Bill ever desperately in love?
Oh, of course he was. I'll go right inside and get a bar of it.
I think Gracie has the right idea. Swan soap is bound to snap him out of it.
Well, I hope so. I'm getting tired of puppy love from a guy who's big enough to be a wolf.
I don't blame you.
Oh, I'm sure it'll work. Now will you forget Ann Sheridan?
Ann Sheridan? What do I care for Ann Sheridan?
This is wonderful. Oh, Ann.
Yes, Gracie. What happened?
Oh, he's cured.
Oh, I'm so happy, Mr. Goodwin. Thank goodness for Swan soap.
Swan soap, what's that?
Oh, come on, Ann. We'll have to think of something else.
Gone again, huh?
Worse than ever. Nothing will help us now.
Oh, wait a minute. I've got it. Oh, why didn't I think of this before? And it's so simple, too.
What?
You make love to George.
What's so simple about that?
Anyway, I really don't see what good that'll be.
But, George, you'll spurn Ann, don't you see? Turn her down.
I get it. And when Bill sees that I'm not good enough for George, he'll figure I'm not good enough for anybody.
Well, I don't like it. I don't like it. But I'll do it for Bill's sake.
Okay, George. You run in the room where Bill is, and I'll chase you.
Oh, I wish Mother could see this. Ann Sheridan chasing George.
Well, come on. Now get away from me, Sheridan. Stop chasing me.
Oh, but, George, I want you. I need you. I must have you.
Go. Out.
But I can't, George. I can't live without you. I can't. Kiss me.
Oh, go. Out.
Wait a minute. Is George brushing off Sheridan?
Oh, it's working. It's working. Pour it on.
Oh, George, I'm so mad about you. Look into my eyes, George. Look into my eyes.
I'm looking.
Well, come closer to me, darling. Closer. Now, look deep into my eyes.
I'm looking.
You're my everything, Georgie. My love, my life, my all.
I am?
Say you'll be mine, Georgie. Say it.
Oh, Annie!
George! Oh, my goodness, I've been oomphed out of a husband. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. We're a little late. Good night. Well, hello. Come right in. Oh, George, we've got company.
Now meet the people who live in the Burns house. George and Gracie. Here they are. Well, it's morning in the Burns home, and George is upstairs getting ready to leave for the office. Gracie is in the kitchen talking with a woman from the east who has just moved in next door.
Oh, I know you're going to love it here in California, Miss Pringle. Especially the weather.
Don't like the weather. Too nice.
Too nice?
Young folks go on picnics. Get romantic. Get married.
Oh, well, I never thought of that. Well, anyway, you'll enjoy the house you bought. Did you notice all the flowers in the yard?
Don't like flowers. Too pretty.
Too pretty?
Yes. Young folks smell them. Get ideas. Get married.
My goodness. You certainly are down on marriage. Don't you like men?
Men are different.
Oh.
Hate them.
Really?
Can't trust them. Young ones run after women. Old ones crawl. You married?
Oh, yes. Yes, I have a fine husband. Pre-war. Wouldn't you like to get married?
Huh. Rather get round.
Round? Oh, I wouldn't. And when I married George, Mother offered me my choice, too.
What does your husband do besides chase women?
Oh, he doesn't chase women. Not my husband.
Huh?
Oh, really? When he leaves here, he goes straight to the office.
Ever follow him?
No, but I see him get on the bus.
Women drive buses. Run elevators in office buildings, too.
Oh, well, I'm not worried about George. Why, he wouldn't even make eyes at a lady butcher.
Sweetheart, Oh, you have company.
Oh, here he is, Miss Pringle. This is my husband.
Who was that?
Our new next-door neighbor.
Must run over sometime and borrow a cup of cyanide.
George.
Yes, dear?
Does a woman drive the bus you take to work?
Yes. Why?
Do you ever sit on her lap while she drives with one hand?
Certainly not.
Do girls run the elevators in your office building?
Well, what if they do?
Oh, please don't let them take you down the basement, George.
Gracie, what in the world is going...
Oh, excuse me, dear. There's the postman.
The postman? Well, wait a minute. I'll go.
Well, gee, it's about time those vitamin pills started to work.
Good morning, Mr. Burns. Glorious morning.
Never mind the weather. Did it come? Have you got it?
Yes, here it is.
Don't hold it up like that. You want my wife to see it?
Oh, I forgot. My wife doesn't allow me to look at this kind of magazine either.
Quick, slip it under my coat.
Here.
Oh, boy, at last. Cowboy Love Tales.
What a magazine. Remember when Oklahoma Tex had the rustlers cornered? He said, "Come out of there, you yellow-livered, ornery, low-down skunks." Sheer poetry, isn't it?
And then all of a sudden, one of the rustlers stuck his head out. And bang! He was a goner.
Yes, and then another one tried it. Bang!
And then another one. Bang!
Bang, bang, bang! Pow!
Pow?
The hand grenade, don't you remember?
Oh, sure. Bang! Then another one got it. Bang! Bang!
Bang! Bang!
Bang! Bang!
Having fun, boys?
Bang! Gracie.
Oh, good morning, Mrs. Burns.
All right, Judge. Hand it over.
And what over, sweetheart?
That magazine you get such a bang out of.
Oh, this one.
Yes. Mr. Poston, I thought I told you to stop delivering Cowboy Love Tales.
I did, Mrs. Burns. This is the first one in 6 weeks.
Well, you go back and tell that post office this is the last warning. If it ever happens again, I'll buy my stamps at the drugstore.
Well, it won't happen again, Mrs. Burns. Goodbye. And remember, Mr. Burns, keep smiling.
Oh, George, aren't you ashamed reading junk like this? Why don't you read something worthwhile like Dickens or Shakespeare or Beethoven?
I don't like Beethoven. I'm not a mystery fan.
You've done without Cowboy Love Tales for 6 weeks now, and you're not going to start embarrassing me again.
Embarrassing you?
Yeah, you know what I mean. You get carried away with that cowboy talk. And I don't like to be referred to as old paint.
Gracie.
And what about the day I asked you to make an appointment for me at the beauty shop?
Well,
You called Pierre and said, "Heat your brandonine, Frenchie, and I'm sending my doggie in to be clipped and curried."
Did I say that?
Yeah, and you ought to be ashamed.
Hi, folks.
I'll leave it to Bill. Bill, shouldn't George be ashamed of himself?
He certainly should. What's the reason today?
Gracie doesn't approve of my reading matter.
Well, Bill, I'll bet you wouldn't read a magazine called Cowboy Love Tales.
Well, of course not, Gracie. I never read any kind of love tale.
See?
I don't have to. I'm at an age where I can still live them.
You certainly are a scream. Just so happens that Cowboy Love Tales are inspiring stories. Neither one of you has ever read one.
Well, I've seen them on the newsstand. They're all about Oklahoma Tex, aren't they?
That's right.
Oh, sure. There's Oklahoma Tex jumps the outlaws in Dusty Canyon.
Dusty Canyon. What a story.
Oklahoma Tex jumps the rustlers in Muddy Gulch.
Muddy Gulch. That was a pip. Well, I see I'm not going to get any sympathy here. Goodbye, you two. I'm going to the dentist.
Oh, George, do you have to go to the dentist again? You've been going now for 6 weeks.
Well, it looks like I'll have to go a while longer.
What's the matter, George? Got upper plate wobble?
I happen to have my own teeth, and they're perfect.
Then why do you make all these trips to the dentist?
Yeah, I'm scared of the dentist myself. You know, to this day, Mother has to bribe me.
Goodbye, Gracie. Goodbye, Bill.
Great bye, George.
So long.
Yeah. Hey, Gracie, well, what dentist does George go to?
Dr. Clark in the medical building.
Oh, sure, I've heard of Dr. Clark.
Really?
Oh, yeah, she's very good.
She?
Well, yes, one of the best women dentists in the country.
A woman?
Oh, now, Gracie.
Oh, Miss Pringle was right. George is chasing another woman, a lady dentist.
Oh, now, Gracie, there's nothing to worry about. The woman is probably a mother.
Oh, yes, so's Lana Turner. Oh, Bill, how could George do this to me? How could he fall for another woman?
Oh, now, Gracie.
I gave him the best years of my life, and believe me, I'll never do that again.
Now, Gracie, calm down.
Calm down. Do you expect me to sit here while that lady dentist drills her way into my husband's heart?
Now, there's no proof that any...
haven't I been a good wife to him, Bill? Haven't I bragged about him and praised him to everybody? Well, just the other day, I told the income tax man that George makes twice as much as he really does.
Well, yeah, but...
And the way I take care of his things. Last night, I took all those dirty old pipes that he smokes and gave them a nice bubble bath.
Now, Gracie, don't get excited. I'm sure George only went to that lady dentist to get his teeth fixed. Remember, there's a shortage of dentists.
There's a shortage of husbands, too. Let her find her own. I want my George.
Say, you're really jealous of that man, aren't you?
Well, can you blame me? Why, they don't make men like him anymore. They broke the mold when they made George.
Well, better late than never.
Of all people, I never dreamed that a dentist would fall for George.
What do you mean, Gracie?
Well, I've seen him asleep, and he's not at his best with his mouth open.
Now, Gracie, you're worried about nothing. I'm sure that George and the dentist haven't fallen for each other.
Oh, yes, they have, Bill. I can see it now. George walks into her office. She sits him down in her chair and puts her arms around him and says, "Don't worry. This won't hurt a bit."
Good morning, Doctor.
Oh, it's you.
Yes, I thought I could stay away, but I can't.
Now, look, we can't go on like this. People are beginning to talk.
Just so my wife doesn't find out. Let him talk.
But I can't afford it. I'm a dentist. You've been coming here for 6 weeks now. Don't you think I should at least look at your teeth?
That's not why I'm here.
I know, but do you think I wanted to get out? Do you think I want people to know that you come here just to read my back issues of Cowboy Love Tales?
But, gee, Doc, just let me keep coming until Oklahoma Tex escapes from Dry Gulch, huh?
Well, all right. But remember, the next time he falls into a gulch, you'll have to dig him out somewhere else.
Thanks, Doc. I'll read it right here in the waiting room as usual. Would you like to listen?
No, thanks. Oh, excuse me. I have a patient in a chair.
Now, let's see. Where did I leave off? Oh, yes, here we are. Oklahoma Tex leaped into the saddle. Could he reach Dry Gulch in time to save Lucy from the half-breed? On and on he rode. And Tex and Lucy rode off into the sunset, leaving Dry Gulch a better town because 400 half-breeds had hit the dust. Oh, what a story. Goodbye, Doc. Thanks again. Oh, pony boy, won't you be my pony boy? Don't
Hello, dear.
Howdy, partner. Don't say no here. Oh. Gracie.
Yes?
What are you doing here?
I came down to hold your hand while you were in the dentist chair. Or did the dentist do that?
Huh?
What did the dentist do to you, dear?
Oh, I had a Dry Gulch filled. I mean a cavity. Well, I'll be late for work. I better hurry.
Well, I'd like to see the filling.
You would?
You open your mouth.
My mouth?
You know, the thing you tell all those fibs with.
I don't tell fibs, sweetheart.
Oh, really, sweetheart?
Of course not. Don't you trust me, sweetheart?
Well, sure I trust you, sweetheart.
Well, thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome, sweetheart. Now open your mouth and let me see the filling.
Oh, gee. I'm late for work. I'll see you later.
So he wasn't in there to have his teeth fixed. Well, I'll show that dentist something. Oh! Drop that drill, you home wrecker.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, don't act innocent. I'm onto your game. I know you lure men in here and fill them full of Novocaine.
What?
Oh! You keep quiet. I'll do the talking.
Now, look, madam, I'm working on a patient, and I can't...
You better get up and get out of that chair and go home to your wife and children before it's too late, mister. Yeah, that's no excuse.
Look here, what does this mean?
It means I'm wise to you. I've looked into my husband's mouth. I know you bought him with your gold.
Oh, now, see here.
Go home, you silly man.
Madam, did you come here to see me about your husband's teeth?
No, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Well, then what do you want?
I want my husband. You bantam, you Wolverine. I know your tricks. Every morning you put on your slinky white coat, your best dental floss, and spray yourself with Irium.
Really, this is ridiculous.
Haven't you gone home yet?
Lady, I don't know who you are, but if you don't leave, I'm going to call the police.
All right, I'll go. But you haven't heard the last of this. You're not going to get my husband.
Who is your husband?
George Burns.
Oh, him. I never cared for his teeth.
Oh, I'm not crazy about them either, but what's mine is mine. Bill, I've decided to make George jealous. I'll show him that two can play at this game.
Well, what are you going to do, Gracie?
Oh, that must be Nigel Bolingbroke. He's going to help me out.
That pool hall Hamlet?
Oh, Bill, he's a fine actor. Come in.
Greetings, fair lady. 'Tis I, Bolingbroke.
Oh, Mr. Bolingbroke. I need your help. My husband is leaving me for a woman dentist.
Egad, but your husband has peculiar tastes. Not to mention the woman dentist.
Now, your job is to pretend that you're my lover. Can you be some sort of a foreigner?
Well, naturally. I am a thespian.
Well, a thespian is nice, but I'd rather have somebody from a larger country.
Now, look, Gracie, I don't think this thing will work.
Of course it will, Bill. Mr. Bolingbroke, can you do a Russian?
A Russian? But of course.
Oh, good. I want George to think that I've been swept off my feet, overpowered. And the Russians have been doing very well at that.
Well, an excellent selection. And now we come to that little matter of,
money?
Yes.
Gracie, I tell you, this idea is no good. Now, give it up.
Mr. Goodwin, shall we keep our big, ugly noses out of other people's business? Now, Mrs. Burns, let us return to that delightful subject of moolah.
Oh, all right. I was thinking of around $5.
Oh, come, we can think harder than that.
Well, can't you do it for $5?
Well, for $5, I could give you a middle-class Russian, a man with a small wholesale borscht business, yes.
Well, he doesn't sound terribly exotic. Haven't you got something in a nice Russian count?
Oh, to be sure. Of course, my counts run around $7.
Oh, well, I'll pay it. George is worth $7.
Naturally, the $7 count lives in a small apartment. Now, for an extra $1, I can put him in a castle.
Oh, I'll take it.
Now, if you want a castle with a bathroom...
You better let the Count wash in the kitchen. George is coming up the walk.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Bolingbroke. Go into the library and put on your beard and Russian dress.
Very well.
Now, I'll go upstairs and put on my most alluring satin negligee. George's eyes will pop when he sees it.
Hello, Bill. Where's Gracie?
Upstairs.
Bill, I'm going to tell Gracie everything. I've been leading a double life.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've been sneaking away from home and reading cowboy love tales.
You beast, have you no shame?
You see, I found the back issues in the dentist's office, and I just couldn't resist it.
Wait a minute. George, is that why you went to the lady dentist?
Sure.
Oh, murder. Gracie thought you two were holding hands in the shade of the old X-ray machine.
Oh, stop.
No, really, she did. She's even got Bolingbroke in the next room disguised as her Russian lover to make you jealous.
What?
Well, sure. They're going to do a big love scene to burn you up.
Bill, I'm going to teach my wife a lesson. I'm tired of her being jealous of me.
Well, shh. Here she comes.
Oh, hello, George.
Hello.
Notice what I'm wearing?
Oh, yeah. Been working in the garden?
The garden? Well, I like that. Oh, Count. Where are you, Count?
Here I am, my little boblet here.
Oh, Count. The things you say. George, darling, I'd like you to meet the man I'm madly in love with.
Glad to meet you.
Well, George, didn't you hear me? I'm desperately in love with this man. We're going to run away together. I'm going to leave you.
That's so? What's new with you lately, Bill?
Well, nothing much, George. What's new with you?
Not a thing.
Well, Count, tell me how much you love me.
Oh, my little pigeon, I'm mad for you. Come, fly away to Russia with me. To Russia and happiness.
Come, babushka, kiss me. I will smother you with kisses. Hot, burning kisses.
Oh, Tom, please. Oh, Tom. Look, George, he's trying to kiss me. I don't think my husband knows how much you love me.
Bah to your husband. Boris Morris on him. I will get up in the middle of the night, and with my bare hands I will strangle your husband until he is dead.
Yes.
George Burns.
Yes, dear?
Are you just going to sit there while this man steals your wife? At least you might have the courtesy to shoot him.
Oh, I wouldn't shoot Bolingbroke. I might get 30 days.
Bolingbroke?
Bill, would you escort the Count to the door and kick His Highness outside?
A pleasure, George.
Now, just a minute. Let's not be hasty, my little friend. Just a minute.
And now I've got a few words to say to you, my love.
To me?
Yes. I only went to Dr. Clark's office to read Cowboy love tales.
You mean all you ever saw in her were her magazines?
Of course.
Oh, George, I've been such a little fool.
I've noticed it.
But I only get so jealous because I love you so terribly. You're my man, darling, and I adore you from the top of your tiny head to the tips of your big, strong feet.
Yeah, but that's...
Oh, please say you'll forgive me.
Okay. I forgive you.
Oh, you're good, George, good. And I promise I'll never be jealous of you again.
Oh, fine. Well, now we'll run down to the corner and pick up a few cigars.
Oh, Mr. Dear, something might happen to you on the way. I couldn't bear it.
Look, I'll only be gone for a minute.
Oh, all right. But phone me as soon as you get there.
I will.
You can reverse the charges if you like.
Oh, sure. I'll be right back.
Oh, goodbye. Take care of yourself, dear.
Going out again, is he?
Oh, hello, Miss Pringle. He's only going down to the corner to get some cigars.
That's what he says.
Miss Pringle, you have a very suspicious mind, and I'm sorry I ever listened to you.
You've been to the cigar store lately?
Well, no, I haven't.
New clerk.
Really?
Very pretty girl.
Pretty girl? Oh, my goodness. George Burns, you come back here.
All right, Gracie. So Cowboy love tales is junk. Now turn out the light and let's go to sleep.
How can you read this silly stuff? Listen to this. Oklahoma Tex looks into the barrel of the half-breed's gun.
All right, turn out the light.
Nothing on earth could save Tex now.
All right, turn out the light.
I will not. I want to see what happens.
Good night, folks.
Well, hello. Come right in. Oh, George, we've got company.
Now meet the people who live in the Burns house. George and Gracie. Here they are. Well, it's early evening, and George is just stopping in at the corner cigar store on his way home from the office.
Evening, Joe. I'll take a half a dozen cigars, please.
Sure thing, Mr. Burns. Usual kind?
Sure, I wouldn't smoke anything but Perfecto Royales. Here's your money, Joe.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Burns, but the price on Perfecto Royales has gone up.
What, again?
I'm afraid so. From now on, you get only 2 for a nickel.
Okay, here's another dime. Great little cigar, this. Got a light, Joe?
Look, Mr. Burns, I've asked you a few times. Please don't smoke them things in here. They smell up the place something awful.
Okay, I kind of like the aroma myself.
Well, George Burns.
Eddie Cantor. Hi, Eddie.
Well, George, so this is the place you buy those secret weapons you smoke.
Eddie, please, these happen to be very fine cigars.
Oh, sure. You walk through Los Angeles smoking those things, and a poor innocent rubber factory gets all the blame.
Not true. Here, just try one of them.
No, thanks. I can't smoke that stuff. Let's have my own brand, Joe. There's a quarter.
Thank you, Mr. Cantor. Here's your 10 cigars.
They've gone up again, huh?
Well, so we both smoke Perfecto Royales.
I guess so. What makes them smell like that when you smoke them, Joe?
I use very cheap matches.
Well, how's everything, George? Is Gracie okay?
Oh, sure. How is the sextet from Canada?
Fine. I'm a bachelor these days, you know. Ida took the girls on a little trip to the Mojave Desert.
It's hot and dusty, and there's nothing out there but an army camp. Ida must be crazy to take the girls to the Mojave Desert.
George, Ida knows what she's been doing. Those boys haven't seen a girl for 6 months.
Boy, you're really anxious to get those girls married, aren't you?
Are you kidding? If a man will marry one of them, I'll throw in another one as a cook. Well, I'll see you later, George. I'm starving. I'm going over to the restaurant and get myself some dinner. Huh?
Restaurant? Oh, no, Eddie. You come home and have dinner with me.
Oh, George, I wouldn't think of it. Food is a problem these days.
Don't be silly. Gracie's a wonderful manager. Our icebox is loaded.
No, thanks, George, but I wouldn't dream of it.
Now, Eddie...
No, George, really.
But I'm sure that
Positively no, George.
Well, okay.
George, don't give up like that. Argue with me. Argue with me.
You mean you will come?
Certainly. I can be handled.
Well, swell. Let's go. Gracie will be tickled to see you.
Good, I'll be glad.
Put the packages right on the sofa, Bill.
Okay, Gracie.
Oh, it was awfully sweet of you to give me a lift home from downtown. My goodness, I was surprised when a car drove up and a man whistled at me and it turned out to be you.
Not half as surprised as I was, Gracie, when it turned out to be you.
Well, I'd ask you to stay to dinner, Bill, but I haven't a bit of food in the house.
No food at all?
Mm-mm. But George will probably stop on the way home and pick up something.
Yeah, maybe.
Hello, darling.
Hello, sweetheart.
Well, hiya, George. Well, hi, Eddie.
Look, Gracie, I've got a surprise for you, dear. I brought Eddie Cantor home for dinner.
Oh, George, we couldn't meet an old friend.
No. I brought Eddie home to enjoy one of your home-cooked meals.
You did?
Oh, yeah, those restaurants are getting me down. The owner of one place even told me to get out and never come back.
Why do you do that?
I offended the health. You see, the waiter spilled hot soup in my lap, and when I carelessly jumped up, some of it splashed on the busboy.
Well, your worries are over, Eddie. We'll give you a real feed tonight, won't we, Gracie?
Oh, sure. George, can I see you in the kitchen a minute?
Okay, sweetheart.
George Burns, are you out of your mind?
Huh?
There's not a bit of food in this house, and you bring home Eddie Cantor, who eats like a horse.
He doesn't eat so much.
Oh, no, he's so full of food that his eyes pop out.
Now, take it easy, honey. If there's nothing in the house, just slip over to the market and buy something.
Well, I'd be glad to if you'll just slip over to Washington and get some ration stamps from Mrs. Rosell.
Gee, are they all gone?
Well, yes. And even if we had points, our butcher wouldn't have any meat. He's completely out of it.
Well, he must have something.
You think so, huh? Well, what did we eat last night?
Oxtails?
There you are. You've come to the end of the ox.
We must have some canned food. What's in the pantry?
Cobwebs.
Wait, I've got it. Bill Goodwin is a single guy, and he eats out a lot. Maybe he can spare some ration for Stan.
Well, ask him. He's in there talking to Eddie.
No, Eddie, no.
Oh, but Bill.
No, Eddie, I'm sorry.
But they're so beautiful, and you can have your pick of any of the 5.
Bill, can I see you in the kitchen?
Just a minute, George. Now, Bill.
No, Eddie, why don't you talk to Harry Von Zell?
Oh, that Von Zell. I invited him to my house for dinner, left him alone with my daughters, turned the lights down low.
Yeah?
Bill, can I see you for a second?
Just a minute, George. Look, Bill. You're alone with a girl. The lights are low. You put your arms around her waist. Draw her close. Pucker up your lips.
Yeah? You know, you're right, Eddie. That's the time for action.
Sure.
Come on, Bill. Look, Bill, we're in a jam. Have you got any ration stamps?
Well, I'm sorry, George. I'd like to help you, but I'm all out.
Well, that's funny. You never eat at home.
Well, no, Gracie, but you see, I buy a lot of food as an investment.
You make money with it?
Well, who's talking about money? Today, girls fall for my applesauce faster when it's in a can. So long, George.
Well, he was a big help. Now what do we do?
Well, look, Eddie has a large family. He should have some extra stamps.
Yeah, but gee, he's our guest. We can't ask him for stamps.
No, but I've got an idea. Come on. Oh, well, Eddie, how's Ida?
Oh, she's fine, thanks. She and the girls went down to the desert, you know.
Oh, they took their ration books with them, of course.
No. As a matter of fact, I have them right here in my pocket.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Eddie, it's awfully warm in here. Wouldn't you like to take your coat off?
No, I'm quite comfortable.
Oh, come on. Let George hang it up for you.
Well, if you insist.
All right. Here's his coat, dear. You know what to do. We like people to feel at home here, Eddie. Of course, I wouldn't ask a stranger to take his coat off, but you're different.
You mean I'm more like one of the family?
No, I mean you don't embarrass George. Your shoulders come off with your coat just like his do.
Gracie.
Yes, dear?
Not there.
Oh. Eddie?
Yes?
Are you sure Ida didn't take the books with her?
You mean the ration books?
Yes.
Oh, positive. They're right here in my pants pocket.
Oh. Eddie, it's awfully warm in here. Wouldn't you like to...
Oh, no.
After George and Gracie found they couldn't get Eddie Cantor's ration books, they went back into the kitchen, where they're now trying desperately to dream up a dinner.
Oh, George, this is terrible. I simply haven't got a thing for him to eat.
Well, don't give up, sweetheart. Isn't there anything cold in the icebox?
Well, yes, there is. But do you think ice cubes are nourishing?
I guess not.
Oh, I know. We'll set the clocks back, give him a glass of orange juice, and tell him we eat a late breakfast.
It wouldn't work even if we had orange juice. Gracie, look around while I go in and keep Eddie from getting suspicious.
All right, dear.
Well, Eddie, the home cooking is on the way. Are you getting hungry?
Hungry? George, under my belt, is the only vacancy in Los Angeles.
We'll take care of that, kid.
George, I know I'm a fool for asking this, a dreamer with my head in the clouds, but is there a candy bar in the house?
Sorry, Eddie.
I knew it. Do you remember the old days when you could step up to a counter and say to the clerk, give me a candy bar, and he'd say with or without nuts?
Yeah.
Now you say, give me a candy bar, and he just says nuts.
Well, take it easy. We'll be eating soon.
Oh, getting hungry, Eddie?
Yeah. Gracie, there's an awful gnawing in my stomach.
Say, maybe it's your appendix. Oh, instead of having dinner, wouldn't you rather go to a hospital?
Gracie, my appendix is out. I had it taken out 8 years ago.
Oh, really? Well, do you think you should eat a heavy meal so soon after your operation?
There's nothing wrong with me. I could eat nails.
Oh, George, why didn't we think of that?
You know, it's always a kick being with you two at that. It brings back the days when we were in vaudeville together and how different those days were.
Yeah.
Why, there were times where we didn't know where our next meal was coming from.
Seems like old times, doesn't it?
Remember the night when there wasn't any food and we ate the parrot in the bird act?
It was a big green parrot like the one Miss Pringle has next door.
Miss Pringle has a parrot?
Yes.
I'll be right back.
Hey, George, Bird, come back here.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'll get back to my cooking. You entertain Eddie.
Getting hungry, Eddie?
Look, was there anything left on your breakfast table this morning?
Nothing but the morning newspaper.
Well, let me have it. If there isn't a picture of Hitler in it, I'll eat it.
Eddie, I promise you that...
George, come into the kitchen.
Excuse me. Well?
Well, our troubles are over. I found 2 cans of shrimp in the broom closet.
Gee, that's wonderful. Will it be enough?
Oh, certainly. We'll have shrimp cocktail, cream of shrimp soup, shrimp salad, fried shrimp, and rhubarb pie.
Rhubarb pie?
Yeah, but don't be surprised if it tastes like shrimp.
Okay, I'll get started.
I'll run and give Eddie the good news. Well, cheer up, kid. We'll be eating in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Don't shake it, George. Just bring it to me.
Well, you'll be glad you waited when you get that delicious home-cooked food.
I hope Gracie didn't bother with a lot of fancy stuff. You know, I'm the sort of a guy who can eat anything.
Well, good.
In fact, there's only one thing I can't eat.
One thing?
Just one.
Shrimp.
How did you know?
I'll be right back. Hold the shrimp, Gracie. He can't eat it.
Well, you stay here. I've got an idea that can't fail. Eddie, a terrible thing happened.
What, Gracie?
The gas company just turned off our gas.
Turn off your gas? Why?
Well, George gambled away the gas money.
No.
Yes. He's weak, Eddie. Gambling is in his blood. Every month he takes the gas money and either rolls pool or shoots horses.
George does that?
Yes, and the stove is covered with chicken and steaks and chops, all for you. But there's no gas to cook them with.
I don't suppose you'd serve them raw.
Oh, my goodness, no.
You and your civilization. Well, there's only one thing for me to do.
Go to a restaurant, huh?
No, I'll call the gas company and tell them I'll pay the bill myself.
Oh, you get some pretty clever ideas, don't you?
I'll call them right now.
Never mind. The gas just came on again. I can smell it. Oh, George, my idea didn't work. You go out and stall for a while.
Okay. Getting hungry, Eddie?
You miserable heel.
Huh?
Gracie told me how you gambled away the gas money, and that's why we haven't got any dinner.
Oh, is that what Gracie...
Yes, shame on you, George.
Yeah, I'm just a big louse.
Why, gambling is the worst vice a man can have. Gambling is vicious. It's low. It's mean.
Yeah, I know. I always lose, too.
You lose?
Always.
You never win?
Never.
George, it just happens that I have a pair of dice here in my pocket. Let's discuss this further on our knees.
Okay.
It looks like Eddie Cantor is finally going to get something to eat. Gracie's girlfriend, Tootsie Sagwell, has just arrived with her ration book.
Gracie, I rushed over as soon as you called me. Here's my ration book.
Oh, thank you, Tootsie.
That's all right, Gracie. I'm only sorry there are no points in it.
No points?
Well, what happened to them, Tootsie? You had 100 points yesterday.
Well, you know the arrangement I have with my butcher.
Oh, you mean where he gives you a kiss for each extra point you give him?
Yes. Well, this morning I bought some hamburger for 2 points and just kissed Therese goodbye.
Well, now we're really sunk. I better go in and stall Eddie again.
All right, dear.
Getting hungry, Eddie?
Getting, he says. I could eat the black keys right off of that piano.
You could?
Well, not right away. I want to let the white ones digest first.
Gee, I'm sorry about the delay, Eddie. Maybe I shouldn't have invited you up here tonight.
Oh, don't be silly, George. It's a pleasure to eat with you and Gracie. The word eat, of course, I use very, very loosely.
Yes, I understand.
But at least you and Gracie don't want me to put anybody in pictures.
What do you mean?
Well, since I became a movie producer, everywhere I go, they drag out the cook, the dog, the kid, and ask me to give them a job.
And you don't like that?
I hate it. It's the most disgusting. When that happens, I get right up and leave.
Even if you're invited to dinner?
Absolutely.
I'll be right back. Gracie, I've got a wonderful idea.
Now who did you invite to dinner? Edward Arnold?
No. Eddie Cantor was a movie producer now. And it's your chance to get Tootsie here into pictures.
Me?
Sure.
Sure, that is a wonderful idea. Come on, Tootsie.
Oh, right.
Eddie. Yeah. Eddie, I've got a marvelous surprise for you. This is Miss Tootsie Sagwell.
Well, bring me a knife and fork, huh?
No. Eddie, you don't understand. Tootsie's the new Shirley Temple.
Oh, no.
Oh, she'll be wonderful for your new picture. She's a magnificent dramatic actress. Cry, Tootsie. Yeah! You see?
Please, I would like a bowl of soup.
Well, look, dinner will be served right after you sign Tootsie for your picture, and not a minute before.
Bring me a fountain pen.
Oh, Mr. Cantor, you're wonderful.
Eddie, they're hounding you. Why don't you walk out?
I'm too weak to walk.
And here's the pen.
Wait a minute. Not so fast. I know why you're putting this sweet, innocent girl into pictures. You're a wolf.
I'm a wolf?
You are? Oh, shame on you, Eddie Cantor. And you with 5 puppies.
She's right.
If you hire Tootsie, you have to hire her mother as a chaperone.
She's hired. She's hired. Let's eat.
Oh, I'm going to run home and tell Mother the good news. You won't have to pay Mother a salary, Mr. Cantor. Now and then, just let her squeeze Charles Coburn.
At last. Now for the food.
Well, all right. Sit down, everybody. Hungry, Eddie?
Bring it in. Bring it in.
Oh, wait. First, I'll have to light the candles. Got a match there?
No, dear. Here's a match.
Oh, no, I couldn't take your matches. You're our guest.
Guess schmest. I'll light them myself. There. Well?
George, bring in the food.
Me? You bring it in.
Oh, we've got company. Blow out the candles.
Oh, no.
Come in.
Well, hiya, folks. Oh, excuse me. You're ready to eat dinner. I'll drop back later.
Oh, no,
come on, Bill.
Bill. We're in no hurry to eat.
No, it's all right.
Hey, Bill.
Yes.
Bill, Eddie just signed Tootsie Sagwell to a movie contract.
What? Tootsie and Eddie's pictures?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, Eddie.
Go away. Will you go away?
Well, Eddie, what's the matter?
Bill, my son, listen to me. I'm not a young man anymore. In fact, I'll never see 30 again. I've lived a long time, and I formed certain habits, some good, some bad, but the habits I can't break. Eating is one of them. Now, will you get out of here?
Well, sure. Why didn't you say you were hungry, Eddie? I'll go.
Oh, Bill, just a minute. Maybe Mr. Cantor will put you in his picture.
Gracie,
Picture? Oh, what an idea. Listen, I'll be the new Charles Boyer. Get this, kid.
Ah, Hedy, the Casbah. I used to like the Casbah.
Well, there's your leading man, Eddie. You can start shooting any time.
If I only had a gun.
Well, listen, we'll sign the contract later. Got to break this news to Luella Parton.
Now can we eat?
Well, I'll light the candles. Got a match there.
No, I haven't.
I'll light them. There. Well?
Oh, it's the telephone. Blow out the candles, George.
It's murder.
Hello? Who? Oh, yes, he's here. Eddie, it's for you.
Carry me over to the telephone.
Here's the phone.
Hello. Oh, hello, Ida. Gee, I'm glad you're back. Yes, I'll be right home. George and Gracie invited me to stay for dinner, but I'd rather have something to eat. See you in a minute, Ida. Goodbye.
Wait a minute, Eddie, now that you're going, I might as well tell you the truth. We haven't got a bit of food in the house.
What?
That's right, Eddie. You kind of caught us with our points down.
Well, why didn't you tell me? Get your hats and come on home with me. Our icebox is always loaded.
Oh, we couldn't do that.
Come on, Ida. Be tickled to see you. You know Ida. What Ida was. Hello, Ida.
Eddie, darling.
Look who's here.
Why, George, Gracie, I'm so glad to see you.
I invited them over here for dinner.
Eddie, I'd like to see you in the kitchen for a minute.
Come on, dear. The shrimp is still in the broom closet.
Hurry up, Gracie. Hurry up and lock the door. I'm hungry for that shrimp.
All right, dear. Let's see. It's here in my purse somewhere. There's my compact, my lipstick. Well, look what's here.
What?
A book full of racing stamps. I forgot I had them. Well, hello. Come right in. Oh, George, we've got company.
Now meet the people who live in the Burns house. George and Gracie. Here they are. Well, it's morning at the Burns house, and George is upstairs getting dressed to go to the office. Gracie is in the living room talking to Miss Pringle, a spinster from New England who recently moved in next door.
Where's that precious husband of yours? Still in bed at this hour?
Oh, no, George is up. He gets up early.
Early? Huh. In New England, I get up with the chickens. Go to bed with them, too.
My goodness, don't the feathers tickle you?
Your husband's just like all Californians. Lazy.
Oh. Well, don't you like California?
No, don't.
What's the matter with it?
Too far west.
Oh, I'm sorry you don't like it here.
Why did I ever leave New England?
Yeah, why did you leave New England?
Had to.
Why?
Despised it.
Oh, I see.
Oh, good morning, dear. Well, Miss Pringle. And how are you today?
Huh.
I had very short talks with her.
George, I think I'll go downtown with you this morning. I want to buy some nightgowns.
You've got dozens of them already.
But, George, this is a sale. And besides, nightgowns wear out faster at this time of the year. The nights are getting longer.
Gracie, buying a nightgown you don't need is unpatriotic. You see, that's the kind of spending the government doesn't want us to do.
The government? You mean President Roosevelt?
That's right. President Roosevelt doesn't want you to buy a nightgown.
Oh, George, he's never even seen me in a nightgown.
Gracie, what I'm trying to say is this. Everything is scarce now, hard to get. When you buy something, you make it even scarcer and boost the price. The way to keep prices down is to buy only what you absolutely need. Get it?
I think so.
Look, Gracie, take what you would put into a nightgown and put it in the bank.
You old silly boy.
Gracie, I mean the money. Put the money in the bank.
Ah.
Or better yet, put it to something that yields 3 times as much interest. War bonds.
Oh, now I see. Well, thanks for explaining it, George. Oh, I guess I've married the smartest man in the whole world.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. There are men smarter than me.
Oh.
Well, if you're going to pin me down. Anyway, don't change the subject. Instead of buying new things, we should make the old things last. Look, where do we keep our old clothes?
Right here in this hall closet.
I'll bet we can still use some of this stuff. What's this?
Oh, this is my wedding gown.
Oh, sure. Kept it out of sentiment, huh?
Uh-huh.
I kept the full dress suit I wore, too.
I know. The fellow you rented from still keeps calling.
What's this over here?
Oh, that's what Mama gave us for our last anniversary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bet they don't build them like this anymore.
I guess not.
What do you suppose it is?
I don't know.
I hope she tells us one of these days.
Yeah, that would be nice. What's in the box?
Oh, sentimental souvenirs of my girl for days. Everything in this box has a tender significance. For instance, this piece of cactus.
What's tender about a piece of cactus?
Oh, it taught me the meaning of love. It was in a high school picnic, and Joe Sweeney was my date. For 2 hours, he held me on his lap, and he didn't even know he was sitting in that cactus.
Must have been a tender memory for Joe.
Oh, sure. Oh, and look at this. The first bottle of perfume I ever bought. That was the turning point in my life.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Up to then, I've been trying to attract boys with bath salts.
What's in that box?
More souvenirs. Letters from boys. Pictures of boys. Presents from boys. Notes from boys.
You were sort of boy crazy, weren't you?
Well, all girls are at that age, George. It's normal and healthy, and I was even a little healthier than most of them.
Sure.
Oh, and look, here's a snapshot of a boy I really had a crush on. He was captain of the football team.
He looks kind of familiar. What's his name?
Pat O'Brien.
Pat O'Brien? Is he the movie star?
That's right. He's always in those pictures where the other fella gets the girl and he walks off alone in the sunset.
Well, if you were such friends, how is it you never asked him over here?
Well, I kind of thought you might be jealous of him.
Oh, don't be silly. Why should I be jealous of your high school sweetheart?
Well, because he went to high school.
I see.
But I'm glad I married a self-made man. When other women brag about their husbands, I just sit there and laugh.
You do?
Sure. Because I know that when my turn comes along to brag about you, they're going to laugh.
I say.
I like your looks, George. You have a face with character, an interesting face. And I'm proud when people take me for your daughter.
Thanks, kid.
Well, hi, people.
Hello, Bill.
What goes on?
Oh, a little wartime economy. I'm going to make the old worn out things do for the duration.
Oh, that's good, Gracie. We're all fond of George.
Bill, would you like to go steady?
Oh, and look what I just found in the closet, Bill. A picture of Pat O'Brien and me, taken when he was captain of our high school football team.
Gee, Gracie, that reminds me of my football days. I'll never forget the big game. The crowd's yelling, "Come on, Bill! Come on, Bill!" And me racing down the field. The whole Notre Dame team chasing me.
Well, did you make a touchdown, Bill?
Oh, I didn't have the ball. I worked my way through college, you see, waiting tables in a sorority house. Oh, did I have fun. There was some swell-looking dishes there.
Well, didn't the sorority mother watch you?
No, she'd be in the front room with the girls.
Oh, where were you?
In the kitchen washing the dishes.
Oh, the swell-looking dishes. Well, I'm going to the office. Want to share a strap on the bus with me, Bill?
No, George.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Well, I'm going to call Pat O'Brien and invite him over. He'll get a kick out of seeing his picture.
Yeah.
And he'll get along beautifully with George, too. Two rugged out-of-door men.
Well, now, wait a minute, Gracie. What's rugged about George?
Well, he's a great hunter and trapper.
Really?
Oh, sure. You know that big bearskin rug we have in the den?
Yeah.
Well, George traps the mouse that chewed a hole in it.
Oh, fooling. It's now afternoon in the Burns home, and George is still at the office. Gracie phoned Pat O'Brien, and she's now in the living room awaiting his arrival.
Coming.
Well, here I am.
Well, Pat O'Brien.
Don't move. Don't move. Just stand there a minute and let me look at you.
Like this?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Gracie, you haven't changed a bit. You're just as beautiful as ever.
And you've only seen one side of me. Should I turn around?
No, I'm convinced. Oh, your eyes still have the sparkle of the lakes of Killarney.
Aha, go along with your blarney, Patrick O'Brien, huh?
Ah, don't be after calling it blarney. It isn't the way of an O'Brien to flatter every woman he meets.
Isn't?
Sure it isn't.
Tis.
I'm telling the truth. She's the prettiest girl you are that I've ever set my eyes upon.
Tis?
Sure it is.
Tisn't.
Tis.
Tisn't.
All right, then, tisn't.
Tis too.
Oh, gee, Gracie. Things might have been different with us if you hadn't married that juggler.
Oh, George isn't a juggler. He's a comedian.
Hello, Dad.
Oh, it's George. George, this is Pat O'Brien.
Pleasure to meet you, Pat.
Thanks, George. Well, how's the juggling game?
Juggling?
No, Pat thought you were a juggler.
Oh, no, I'm not a juggler.
Say, Gracie, speaking of your husband juggling, remember Jughead Bodkin?
I'm not a juggler.
Oh, sure. Good old Jughead. He was the great big fella, wasn't he?
No, that was Fatso Finnegan.
Oh, that's right. Good old Fatso.
Whatever became of him?
Well, he married Jughead Bodkin's sister.
Oh, really? Wasn't she a swell-looking girl by name Annie?
No, you're thinking of Annie O'Toole, who married Spud Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Spud. He was a short, stocky fellow with a mole.
No, that was Knuckles Dugan.
Look,
He married Fatso Finnegan's sister Rosie. You know, a cute little bow-legged girl.
No, you're thinking of Michael Mayer's sister Fanny, who married Tim McGonigal.
Oh, that's right. Good old Tim.
Look, folks.
Wasn't he the stout boy with the buck teeth?
No, that was Fatso Finnegan.
Oh, sure, good old Fatso. Whatever became of him?
Oh, he married Jughead Bodkin's sister.
Oh.
Folks, my name is Burns.
What?
George Burns. I'm engaged to Fatso Finnegan.
Oh, my goodness, Pat. I'm afraid we're leaving George out of the conversation.
Oh, so we are. Well, well, Burns, how's the juggling game?
I'm not a juggler.
No, George is a comedian. Nobody can tell a joke like he can.
Thanks, dear.
George, tell Pat the joke about the moron who went through the screen door and strained himself.
Tell it?
Go ahead, tell it, dear.
A moron went through a screen door and strained himself.
You don't juggle at all, huh?
No.
George reminds me of Millie Rhyme. Wasn't she a circus?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Remember what she said to the street cleaner the time he asked her for a kiss?
Oh, I'll say I do.
What did she say?
I thought I died.
Oh, I never heard anything so funny in my life.
What did she say?
I think it was the best crack Millie ever made.
What did she say?
She said, yeah. Oh, I forget. What did she say, Pat?
I don't remember either.
Oh, but George, I wish you could have been there.
I wish I were there now.
Oh, my goodness, Pat. I'm afraid we're leaving George out of the conversation.
Oh, so we are. Well, Burns, how's the juggling game?
Look, I'm not a juggler.
Isn't it a small world, Gracie? Millie married a juggler, too.
Oh, no, she married Timmy Conway.
Oh, I thought he married Katie McDonald.
Oh, no, Katie married Pat Houlihan.
Anybody know Sam Newman?
Pat Houlihan, you say, Gracie?
Yes. Don't you remember Pat Houlihan?
Oh, sure, I remember him.
Well, today he's an alderman.
No.
Yes.
Look, folks.
And remember Tommy Fitzpatrick?
Oh, of course I remember him.
Well, he's a police captain now.
No.
Yes.
Look, folks.
And remember Frank Casey?
Frank Casey? No, I don't.
Wait a minute. I remember Frank Casey. You introduced me to him once. What about him?
Nothing ever happened to him.
Oh,
Pat. Oh, I'm afraid we're leaving George out of the conversation.
Oh, so we are. Well, Burns, how's the juggling game?
Fine. Juggling game is fine. How would you folks like some ginger ale?
Say, that reminds me, Gracie. Whatever became of Ginger O'Connor?
I couldn't have picked root beer.
Ginger married a man named Sam Root who runs a beer hall.
Nothing would have helped me.
Hey, Gracie, you know, I'm afraid we're leaving your husband out of the conversation.
Oh, so we are. Well, Burns, how's the juggling game?
I gave it up. I'm a magician now. I also have a dog act and I sing. Say, I think I'll sing right now.
Oh, George, if you sing, we won't be able to talk.
I will now sing 15 or 20 songs. Gracie, sit down at the piano. I'll start with Ain't Misbehavin'.
Oh, good. This is one of his best cats.
Ain't misbehaving all by myself. Ain't misbehaving, I'm happy on the shelf.
Pat, remember this?
No.
With the toot and the flute and the twiddle on the fiddle,
Oh, hopping in the middle like a heron on the griddle. Oh, up and down, hands around, crossing to the wall. Oh, hidden is the gaiety till the fluters ball.
Ain't misbehaving all by myself. Ain't misbehaving, I'm happy on the
Oh,
shelf.
Pat, remember this? If you would like to see the heights of hospitality, the cream of kind of
Ain't misbehaving all by myself. Ain't misbehaving, I'm happy on the
Well, George and Gracie and Pat O'Brien are still sitting around the living room. And at last, the topic of conversation has changed. No more talk about Jughead Bodkin, Fatso Finnegan, or Spud Murphy.
Pat, do you remember Muscles Malone?
Sure, good old Muscles.
Oh,
there was a real football player, the greatest our school ever had.
Oh, no, Pat, you were the greatest.
No, Muscles was the greatest.
No, you were the greatest.
I used to play football.
No, Muscles was the greatest. Oh, what a tackler that boy was.
I was a pretty good tackler.
And how he could run interference. I'll never forget the day I carried the ball and he knocked down every man between me and the goal.
Yeah, and one of them was the referee. Tell me, why did he knock him down?
Oh, Muscles didn't trust anybody.
Oh, good old Muscles.
I blew up a bank today.
Yeah, good old Muscles.
Shot the cashier.
Well, what did you say, dear?
Killed a man and blew up a bank.
Oh, that's nice. You know, Pat, I'll bet Muscles was even a better football player than Jack Dempsey.
Oh, sure, even better than Babe Ruth.
Oh, how could you compare him to a girl?
I'll answer
Oh,
it.
now, let me go, dear. I don't want to interrupt your conversation with Pat.
Never mind, we're almost talked out. Oh, hello, Miss Pringle.
Where's your wife? Want to borrow a cup of vinegar?
She's inside talking to Pat O'Brien, the movie actor.
Don't like movie actors. Use paint and powder. Sissies.
Oh, hate actors, huh?
I'd like to tell him a thing or two. He wouldn't stay around me long.
Well, come right in.
Oh, hello, Miss Pringle. Oh, I'd like you to meet Mr. Pat O'Brien.
Huh.
Well, I'm glad to know you, too.
Miss Burns, I want to borrow a cup of vinegar.
Well, of course, Miss Pringle. I'll give you the whole bottle, and you can drink as much as you like.
Don't drink it. Use it for salad dressing.
You know, I'll bet you make a mighty delicious salad, Miss Pringle.
When I want your opinion, I'll ask for it. 50.
Huh? What's that?
She hates actors, don't you, Miss Pringle?
I don't like your type either.
Why, Miss Pringle, you're pretty enough to be an actress yourself.
Fiddlesticks.
Honestly, you've got the face and figure of a Hollywood glamour girl.
Ha!
Well, you ought to go around in a sweater.
Oh, Pat, why don't you stop?
Now, you keep out of this.
What were you saying, Patrick, dear?
Miss Pringle, the vinegar is in the kitchen. Goodbye.
Say, Pat, doesn't she remind you of Maggie Malone?
Yeah, Muscles Aunt Maggie. She married Danny Hogan.
No, she married Leo Fitzgerald.
Would you people like to see a card trick?
Oh, my goodness, Pat, I'm afraid we're leaving George out of the conversation.
Oh, so we are. Well,
The juggling game is fine. Here, take a card. I'll go.
Hi, George.
Just a minute, Bill. Do you know any Irish people in San Francisco?
No.
Ever play football with a character named Muscles Malone?
No.
Okay, you can come in.
What's up, George?
Well, for 3 hours, I've been listening to Gracie and Pat O'Brien talk about old times. I can't get a word in.
Oh, kind of boring, huh?
Boring. Bill, I would throw Pat O'Brien right out on his ear if I weren't such a gentleman.
You mean such an old gentleman?
Anyway, you get the idea.
Well, listen, George, why not give them a dose of their own medicine?
You mean you and me?
Well, sure. What else? We'll carry on a conversation and leave them out of it. That'll cure them.
Swell. What do we talk about?
Well, you just say to me, what do you hear from Myrtle? And I'll take it from there.
Myrtle?
Yeah, she's a little red-headed riveter I was out with last night. We'll talk about her.
A defense work?
Well, it worked pretty well last night. Oh, you mean the riveting? Yes, the riveting, yes.
Well, okay, come on, Bill. Now, my cue is, what do you hear from Myrtle?
What do you hear from Myrtle? Right.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Bill. Do you know Pat O'Brien?
Oh, sure. Hello, Pat.
Hello, Bill.
Bill, what do you hear from Myrtle?
Myrtle, the riveter? Well, I'll tell you, George.
What do you hear from Myrtle?
Oh, Myrtle.
Yeah.
Well,
Say, Bill, is that Myrtle Kelly?
Well, yes. Do you know her, Pat?
Sure, I
Don't
do.
say.
Sure.
Gracie, Pat knows Myrtle Kelly.
No.
Yes.
Out, Bill. Myrtle won't let you go. Benedict Arnold.
Pat, remember Benny Arnold, the footballer?
No.
Oh, sure, he coached the last year of Muscles, ran interference for me.
Look, would you people like to play gin rummy?
Gracie, speaking of rummy, Muscles' old man certainly was one.
Yeah, I never met him, but I stepped over him lots of times.
Would you people like to play a little? I'll go.
Good morning, Mr. Burns.
Oh, hello, Mr. Postman.
Is something disturbing your tranquility, Mr. Burns?
Yeah, my wife was in there talking to a guy about their old school days, and I can't get a word in edgewise.
Oh, yes, that can become quite disgusting. When my wife does it, I remonstrate with her.
Remonstrate?
Yes, you know, slugger.
Look, Postman, do you play gin rummy?
Oh, yes.
Well, come on in. We'll play cards and ignore them.
All right.
Well, hello, Mr. Postman.
Good evening, Mrs. Why, Pat O'Brien.
Muscles Malone.
No!
Oh, we're a little late, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
Thank you, Gracie.
Well, hello. Come right in. Oh, George, we've got company.
Now meet the people who live in the Burns house. George and Gracie. Here they are. Well, it's afternoon, and George is just getting home from the office. As he opens the front door, he hears Gracie on the telephone talking to Pat O'Brien.
Oh, no, Pat. Tim Houlihan married Katie McDonald. It was Muscles Malone who married Fatso Finnegan's sister.
Oh, no, not again.
Oh, hello, George. Pat, George just came in. Huh? Oh, wait a minute, I'll ask him. George, how's the juggling game?
Will you tell that Irishman I'm not a juggler?
Oh, of course. Pat, George isn't a juggler. He's a comedian. Sure. Well, wait. I'll have him tell you that joke about the moron who flooded the football field so the coach could send him in as a sub. Here, George. Tell Pat that joke.
Hang up. Hang up.
Oh, hello, Pat. Well, I better hang up. George isn't his usual comical self today. Goodbye.
That guy has got everybody in town thinking I'm a juggler. Can't he get it through that head of his that I'm not
now, George, don't be upset. I have some good news for you.
What?
Well, look, tomorrow is Navy Day, and what do you think is going to happen to Tootsie Sagwell?
Very little if I know our Navy.
You're wrong. There's a big contest to choose the Queen of the Fleet, and the sailors are going to elect Tootsie.
Gracie, the boys would rather kiss a duffel bag. She hasn't got a chance.
Oh, is that so? Well, it just happens that Tootsie is in second place.
Really? How many girls in the contest?
2.
I see, and Tootsie's in second place.
Yes.
And who's in first place? Monty Woolley?
Oh, no. Silly, it's a girl.
Is she the same type as Tootsie?
It's Hedy Lamarr.
Hedy Lamarr?
Yes. All the other girls dropped out of the contest when they heard that Hedy was in it, but Tootsie's not afraid of her. She's giving Hedy a terrific battle.
How does it stand?
Well, Hedy has 2,617,000 votes.
And how many votes has Tootsie?
3.
That's a close race. How did she get the 3 votes?
She has 4 brothers in the Navy.
4 brothers, and she's got 3 votes?
Well, one of them has seen Hedy Lamarr.
Look, Gracie, Tootsie hasn't got a chance. Why don't you forget this silly thing?
Oh, because I'm not a quitter. It's like I told the newspaper reporters, and you'll be proud of this, George. I said, Mrs. George Burns is always for the underdog, no matter how homely other people may think they are. If she weren't, she wouldn't be Mrs. George Burns.
I'm proud.
And besides, George, it would mean so much to Tootsie's father if she could be elected Queen of the Fleet.
Tootsie's father?
Yeah, he's captain of the SS Dauntless.
Battleship?
No.
Cruiser?
No.
Destroyer?
No, you're getting warm.
Well, what is it?
A garbage scow.
Garbage scow. Well, that's practically a destroyer.
Come in.
Oh, Gracie, guess what?
What, Tootsie?
I just got another boat.
No.
Yes. I went swimming with a cute little sailor. It only took me 3 minutes to get him to vote for me.
Really?
I didn't want to hold him under any longer than that.
I'll see you girls later. I'm going down to the cigar store.
Oh, aren't you thrilled, Tootsie? When you become Queen of the Fleet, you can have your pick of any sailor.
Yes. If I do get a husband, Papa says he'll marry me on his boat, the SS Dauntless.
Oh, that would be wonderful. You could not only have orange blossoms, but the peelings, too.
Oh, yes.
Hello, Gracie. Hi, Tootsie.
Hello, Bill.
Oh, Bill, have you heard the news? Tootsie may become Queen of the Fleet.
Queen of the Fleet?
Yeah, the Navy's taking a poll.
Well, they are if they take Tootsie.
Well, Bill, the contest is narrowed down to Tootsie and Hedy Lamarr.
Hedy Lamarr?
Uh-huh.
Oh, brother, there is a beautiful woman. You know, I see her out at MGM every day. She's making a picture called The Heavenly Body.
The Heavenly Body. Oh, it must be about the moon or the planet.
Silly girl.
Oh, Bill, if I get to be Queen of the Fleet, all the sailors will want to marry me, but if you'd like to get in your bid now...
Yes, Bill. Tootsie'd rather have a bird in the hand.
Would you, Tootsie?
Oh, yes.
Well, okay.
Oh, come on, Tootsie. If you're going to win this election, you have to contact over 2 million sailors between now and midnight. Do you think you can do it?
It'll be fun trying.
Well, now, wait a minute, girls. You're not serious, are you? Why, the only way Tootsie could win would be for Hedy Lamarr to withdraw.
Say, I never thought of that. I'll go right over and talk to Hedy.
Oh, don't do that, Gracie.
No?
No. Let me go.
Oh, no, Bill. I wouldn't even take you along with me. I want to talk business with Hedy, and you'd only interfere.
Oh, Gracie, I promise you I'll just sit there on her lap as quiet as a mouse.
You mean you'd be satisfied just to sit on Hedy Lamarr's lap and hug her and kiss her and not say a word to her?
Sure.
Oh, well, no, you certainly can't go. I don't want her to think my friends are unsociable.
Won't you come in, Miss Allen?
Oh, thank you. Oh, but let's not be so formal. You call me Gracie and I'll call you Hedy.
All right, Gracie.
Ah, that's better. After all, we probably have a great many things in common beside our beauty.
Well, what did you want to see me about, Gracie?
Well, Hedy, I'm going to be concise and to the point. No beating around the bush. Strictly business. I have a girlfriend. My, that's a lovely dress. Is it new?
Yes. You like it?
Oh, I think it's charming. My dress is new, too.
Really? It's stunning.
Isn't it, though? Well, I'm going to be concise and to the point, Hedy. You see, this girl... My hat is new, too.
You don't say. It's simply beautiful.
Oh, no. Do you really think so?
Yes.
Oh, so do I. And you know, this hat was my own idea.
Oh, you designed it?
No, but it was my idea to buy it.
How nice. What was it you wanted to say?
Oh, well, I'm going to be concise and to the point. You're in a contest to... Say, do you have your hair done at Dorothy's?
Why, yes.
You know, I thought I saw you coming out of there the other day. She does my hair, too. Gorgeous, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Oh, flatterer.
Gracie, you had something to say to me.
Oh, yes. Well, Hedy, I'm going to be concise and to the point.
How much do you want to bet?
Oh, I am. Now, my girlfriend... Oh, my, those are lovely stockings you have on.
Thank you. I'll send you a bottle of them.
I wish you would. You know, I just hate wearing Barbie socks. They make me feel even younger than I look, if such a thing is possible.
Gracie, you said you had something to say to me.
Oh, yes, I have, and it's terribly important.
Well, what is it?
Hedy, I'm going to be concise and to the point.
Oh, no. Now, this time, please beat around the bush.
Oh, no, I'm too businesslike. Hedy, I want you to withdraw from the Queen of the Fleet contest.
Withdraw? But why? The boys on every ship voted for me.
Well, not all of them. Haven't you heard about the Tootsie Sagwell vote?
The Tootsie Sagwell? Is that an American ship?
Oh, no. No, Tootsie's my girlfriend. She's your rival in the contest.
Oh.
Now, Hedy, please do me a favor. Come over to my house and talk to Tootsie.
Well, all right, Gracie, if you want me to.
Oh, good. One look at her and you'll know you haven't got a chance. Tootsie, I brought Miss Lamarr back with me to show her why she might as well give up. Hedy, this is Tootsie Sagwell.
How do you do?
Oh, Miss Lamarr, I'm so sorry we have to be rivals. I've always been crazy about you.
Oh, you're very kind, Miss Sagwell.
Oh, your love scenes are wonderful. Tell me, how does it feel when Charles Boyer puts his face close to yours and whispers in your ear?
You really want to know?
Yes.
It tickles a little.
Is that all? Well, Hedy, now that you've seen Tootsie, don't you agree that it's silly for you to stay in the race?
No, Gracie. I believe I still have a chance.
But Tootsie is the ideal Queen of the Fleet. Aren't sailors very manly?
Of course they are.
Well, Tootsie's type of beauty is much manlier than yours.
Gracie, the sailors all voted for me.
I know, and I can't understand it. Here, stand up side by side and let me compare you two.
All right.
Very well.
Just as I thought. There's no difference in your faces. Your eyes and ears and nose and mouth are the same.
Really?
Yeah, I counted them very carefully.
Oh, thanks, Gracie.
Gracie.
Now, why should we argue, Hedy? Just drop out and let Tootsie be queen of the fleet.
I'm sorry, Gracie. I'd step aside for Miss Sagwell if the honor wasn't such a great one.
Oh, I don't blame her, Gracie. I'll just tell Daddy that I lost.
Yeah. Oh, yes, your father. Oh, the poor old captain. Hedy, would you want to break an old man's heart?
Why, no.
But you will if Tootsie doesn't win. It'll be the end of Captain Sagwell, the most gallant old sailor whose timbers ever shivered.
Your father, Tootsie?
Yes, he's captain of the SS Dauntless.
Oh, is that a famous ship?
Oh, very famous. When the Dauntless sails up the river, people for miles around know that it's coming. Oh, especially on a windy day.
But why am I breaking his heart?
Oh, because Tootsie is all the poor old Salt has left. Before she was born, he hoped that she'd be a young Salt. And he was very sad when she turned out to be a saltine.
I see.
He still tries to make her part of the Davy. To this very day, he calls her bedroom the crow's nest.
Gracie, that's a very touching story.
Yeah, I thought so, too. Oh, be kind to Captain Sagwell, Hedy. The poor old man is all shot to pieces.
Oh, too bad. In what battle was he wounded?
What battle? Well, name one.
Well, the Battle of Manila.
Oh, that's amazing. You guessed it the very first time. Oh, please, Hedy, won't you let his daughter be queen of the fleet?
Well, I could see him and talk to him.
Oh, no, you better not. He's pretty weak and old.
Yes, Daddy's very feeble these days.
Wait, I see your father now coming up the walk.
My father?
He must be. I noticed the family resemblance.
But, Hedy...
Here he is, fumbling at the door.
Hello, dear.
Oh, hello.
Say, isn't this Hedy Lamarr?
Yes, I'm Hedy Lamarr. Here, let me help you to a chair.
Help me to a chair?
Yes. Gracie tells me you're shot.
I am not. I'm as sober as a judge.
Oh, George, I want to see him again right away.
Gracie, I don't understand this. Why did you rush me into the den? I'd like to talk to Hedy Lamarr.
Well, George, you see, Hedy liked to try a dress I was wearing, and she wanted to try it on.
Oh.
And naturally, you wouldn't want to be where she's trying on a dress, would you? Would you? George, get that silly grin off your face.
Okay, honey, I'll stay here.
Oh, good. I'll be back in a minute. Hedy?
Yes, Gracie?
Well, now that you've seen Captain Sagwell, are you going to withdraw from the contest and let Tootsie be queen of the fleet?
Well, I don't know, Gracie. It's such a great honor.
Oh, but the men in the service have honored you lots of times, and it's only happened to Tootsie once.
How did they honor her?
Well, the boys in the Army chose Tootsie as the girl they'd most like to snuggle up to their sergeant. Oh, excuse me, Hedy.
Hi, Gracie. Well, what's wrong? You look worried.
Oh, I am, Bill. Look, could you do anything with Hedy Lamarr?
Well, I could certainly try.
Well, she's in there. Go in and persuade her to let Tootsie be queen of the fleet.
You leave it to me, Gracie.
Yes?
I'm, Bill Goodwin.
Yes, I've heard of you.
Oh, good.
No, not so good.
Well, I suppose you've heard that I'm the sort of fellow who wants to sit on the sofa with a girl as soon as he meets her.
That's exactly what I've heard.
Well, it's not true. Here, let's sit on the sofa and I'll prove it to you.
What did you wish to see me about, Mr. Goodwin?
Well, Miss Lamarr, you'd better move closer if you want to hear me. I can't talk very loud. There's a frog in my throat.
No, thank you.
Well, why not?
There's also a wolf in your eye.
Well, here we are. Gracie sent me in to talk about Tootsie Sagwell. I'm...
What?
I'm the biggest sap in the United States. Goodbye, Hedy.
Well, Hedy, did Bill persuade you to drop out of the contest?
No, Gracie. In fact, the only person who has moved me at all is that poor old man, Captain Sagwell.
Oh, yes, Tootsie's father. Hedy, for his sake, won't you give Tootsie your 2,617,000 votes?
Well, I'll go in and talk to him again.
No, you can't do that.
Why not?
Well, he's taking a bath. I'll go in.
You'll go in?
Oh, well, he bathes with his clothes on. You know how the laundries are nowadays. You stay here. I'll get him. George, it's such a lovely day. Get out of the house quick.
Huh?
It's too beautiful to sit indoors. Go to a movie.
But, Gracie...
George, you know what a different man you used to be after seeing Clark Gable in a picture.
I was?
Yes. They're reviving a Clark Gable picture of the Bijou. Why don't you go down and get revived, too?
Honestly, Gracie, I think you're trying to get rid of me.
Well, honestly, I am, George.
Look, but I'd like to talk to Hedy Lamarr.
Oh, wait, George, wait. I'll tell you the real reason I want you to leave.
Why?
Hedy Lamarr has fallen madly in love with you.
That's silly.
I know, but she has anyhow.
Hedy Lamarr in love. Oh, stop.
It's true, George, and I'm afraid I might lose you.
This is ridiculous. Hedy Lamarr's only seen me once. Now, if she'd seen me a couple of times, I could understand it.
George, please leave. It's dangerous for you and Hedy to be in this house together. Any moment now, the spark may leap into a flame and burn our marriage to the ground. Oh, there are the firemen now.
That's the telephone.
Oh, hello? Oh, hold on to the phone a minute, Tootsie. George, sneak out of the house and don't let Hedy Lamarr see you.
Oh, all right.
Just a moment. I want to see you.
You do?
Yes. I've been thinking this thing over, and there's only one thing for me to do. Give in.
You think so?
Oh, you brave man. When I think of what you've been through, I could kiss you.
Oh, really, Hedy?
Come home with me. I've got 2,617,000, and you can have them all.
Gee, that's a lot.
That's all I've got.
Oh, don't apologize.
Will you come home with me right now?
Look, I'm very happily married.
Well, what difference does that make?
No, please, let go of my sleeve.
But it's got to be now. Tomorrow it'll be all over.
So soon?
Of course. Tomorrow is Navy Day.
Hedy, you don't know what you're saying.
Oh, yes, I do. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of every bullet hole in that poor little chest of yours.
Bullet hole?
Yes, I heard all about it from your daughter.
My daughter?
Yes, and don't worry. She'll be queen of the fleet, Captain Sagwell.
Captain who?
Captain Sagwell. Aren't you Captain Sagwell?
Of course not. I'm George Burns.
George Burns the juggler?
What's going on? Gracie, come out here.
Did you call me Captain Sagwell?
Stop with that Captain Sagwell. Hedy knows who I am.
I'm afraid your game's up, Gracie. Tootsie won't be queen of the fleet.
Oh, those poor sailors. Well, I tried.
Gracie, just what did you tell Hedy Lamarr about me?
Well, I told her you were a feeble, old, broken-down sea captain.
Now tell her the truth.
Hedy?
Yes?
He's not a sea captain. Oh, now, George. George, don't be angry. I only did it because tomorrow was Navy Day, and I wanted to do something nice for the Navy.
But nothing good ever comes out of these silly ideas of yours.
Well, something did this time. We've been invited to go on a 3-day cruise.
Really? On a battleship?
No, on the SS Dauntless.
Oh, the garbage scout.